Yo, disclaimer, we don't take ourselves seriously, neither should you.
This experience, and it's a full moon.
It is a full moon.
This.
It is a full moon.
Oh,
we got
you already
this.
pressed record.
I did it.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We're back. Did you guys know potentially maybe that we actually literally just fucking uploaded 4 fucking episodes and we may be slightly shitting ourselves right now?
Slightly.
It's fine. Do you know what we do when we're stressed and when we don't know how to actually deal with fucking things is we drink wine. Why do you think we have so many podcast episodes where we're actually fucking shit-faced?
That's the reason why.
Episode 3, shout out.
Just heads up on our face, it's probably in the title, but we are getting ready. We're all getting ready together for the big launch of Blahdidah that we just did. So you're watching this.
Party.
Yeah, the launch party that's going to not be live. And you're just going to get ready with us together. What I really like about this episode is that, it's not a race. It's because Luna's definitely going to lose in terms of who's going to get ready the fastest, but it's going to be a fun experience. But before we get into the makeup,
why did you mention race? I can't not win. I have to win.
You're not going to. I promise you that you're not going to. You know that you're not going to. You got more things to do. I just know you're going to do more than me. I just don't do as much as you. That's it. Any hoozles. Before we get into that, we both did brows and base because I'm rocking some hardcore hormonal pimples right now. And eyebrows are a thing.
And I just don't have eyebrows. So, unless you want to see an alien, which I don't think any of you are ready for yet, then
you are beautiful.
Yes. Let's run through our base products, but before we run through...
Hold up. Before we get into the makeup things, I just want to talk about how, I'm fucking shaking right now and just really touch on the whole idea of, how fucking terrifying it is just putting yourself out there.
On the fucking internet.
World to see you and judge you. And we've talked so much about how we're trying to limit the editing of this as well and how it would be so nice to tweak parts of ourselves and
but we're trying to make it authentically us, and that not only means that there's gonna be bad angles and stumbling over words, which are really fucking big insecurities for both of us.
Yes.
But also, you're going to have to listen to our fucking 2-hour tangents about fucking nothing.
I do that so much. I think that what I've been learning lately is that sometimes I just put YouTube videos of people talking on in the background just to have in the background while I'm scrolling through my phone. Maybe that's all that we are to you. And you can have friends with you. We are your friends. That's what this is. And sometimes you don't always listen to your friends and you just pretend that you are. You can pretend to be listening to us, all right? That's fine.
Do you know what? It's a video, so we're not even going to take offense that you're pretending to listen to us.
Yeah.
It's all groovy. We're cool.
All groovy.
No problems.
But yeah. I'm shaking. So if I suddenly just do the ha things, that's what that is. So now that, base products, you go. Take it away with the base products.
Before that as well, sorry. It was let's do this one thing. Another way. Disclaimer.
Yeah, do it.
I know there's a cute little one at the beginning of every video that Dan does, but I just like to add my own little lengthy one
flavor.
In there.
Yeah, go.
Fuck, that reminds me of that really bad 90s song. Do you remember? Tell me what's your flavor?
Yeah. I know the one. Yeah. Craig David, yeah. What's your flavor? We're so nervous. This is all this is.
It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Oh, look, fine.
Yeah, disclaimer. You were disclaiming things.
Basically, we're here for a chat. We're not here to educate. We may have some points that are educational, but at the end of the day, we're just two broke girls trying to have a good time and socialize during isolation. And make some new friends, and just hang out. So don't take us seriously. If we say things that are politically incorrect, my bad. I am genuinely sorry.
We are.
It's life, man. Shit comes out of your mouth. You don't always mean it. It just happens. It's part of being human. Accept it. Move on from it. Embrace it.
I fucking love
and that's the disclaimer.
That's amazing. You did that so well. That was my favorite one so far. And I've seen all of them, including the ones that didn't make it onto YouTube. All right, base, let's go. Oh, I'm actually so excited. Okay. I get to pretend to be like a makeup tutorial person. All right, you go first.
Hi there, welcome to Blahdidah. This is our get ready with me. So my base of the bases is also, you're standing on like where I keep all my makeup. So if this wobbles while I'm opening it, I'm sorry about it, but there's nothing I can do because I can't afford like a proper tripod because, as I said before, I'm a broke bitch. But oh no, it's stuck. That's not good. So it's fine.
Is it open? Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's like working. It's just going to be really shaky, and you're about to see a whole real close-up version of my face that I wasn't ready to show, but it's fine.
So beautiful.
Okay, so this is my primer. I use the Ordinary primer, and it is the silicone primer. A lot of people don't like silicone primers. I like silicone primers. It like feels. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
But like a lot of silicone primers I found are like a gel, which I don't generally speaking like. But this one is still like, it feels like more of a cream base, but still gives you that kind of like silky like finish to your skin after you put it on. I don't know. I like it. It's good, and it's really fucking cheap, and it's vegan. All the products that I use are vegan, cruelty free, for reasons. Then I went in under my eyes only with the Revolution Maker.
I didn't do that.
This one here. Oh, I don't know if you can see this because of my ring light. But I don't know how to do this because I'm not a beauty guru. But
I want to do my under eyes right now because I forgot to do them.
If we can be bothered, and by we I mean if Dan can be bothered, she'll like insert photos. Otherwise, I'll link it all in the
bio
description below. Bio description, well, whatever you want to call it. But I went under description because I'm such a beauty guru. So I went under my under eyes only with the Conceal and Correct by Revolution Makeup in just like white, like literally white. When I was younger, I used to do white foundation all over my face, which like, look, I'm not about it, but I've come to the conclusion, like I do actually need a little bit of color, even though I am pretty like iridescent, like a little bit of color doesn't hurt. So I try to match as properly as I can. Thanks, babe. And then I went in over the top with my Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, same brand, just the foundation that they have. And I am the like fucking palest shade, I think. I'm F3, if that matters to anyone. And then after I did that, I went over like blemishes, which I have a shitload of. Particularly around here, and like I have a fucking pimple under my eye.
Ow. No, that sucks.
How I have not experienced this before ever in my life. And now at the age of 24, when puberty is well and truly gone, I've already told you my age, so I don't care if you know it again.
Right?
Why am I getting pimples in fucking weird places like that? Doesn't make any fucking sense, but here we are. And then I went over that and a couple of other bad boys that I had with the same brand, Revolution Conceal and Define. This one. You can't see that. But
See,
it's
she's got
fine.
so much shiny makeup. That's why.
And it's in the shade CO2. And then
CO2, as in like carbon dioxide. It's fine. Let's move on. Let's move past it. Cool.
I don't know
It
if
looks
you're
like
gonna...
yeah,
there
CO2.
we go. Yeah. I'm not carbon dioxide. Fuck you.
No, I'm not
and
saying it's
then-
just that's what it is. Okay.
And then again, I just went in. I really like Revolution at the moment. Apparently, they're cheap, they're vegan. It's all cruisy in my opinion, and they have a really good fucking shade range too. Like, I'm really fair, yes, but a lot of fair foundations, and this is the same with any kind of skin tone as well. I'm sure. I just only know personally because I'm fair. Like, it's hard to find like your undertone. So that way there's not like that line between like your face and your neck, or if you do your neck, there's like, it actually matches the whole way through instead of kind of like almost sort of, but not quite there. So then I did the Revolution powder in matte base P1. So that's my base thus far. And then when we do our eyes, I am going to put a little bit of these. Is that going to go in there? Yes. Amazing. Love that for me. Sorry, I'm just fitting everything in my drawer without having it like jammed in there like it was before. And then I'm going to bake my eyes a little bit, not a huge amount, whilst we do our eye makeup together. So that way when if like fallout happens, it's not going to fuck my face and you're not going to see how terrible my skin actually is. With the Jeffree Star translucent powder, which I am fucking obsessed with. And then once all of that's done, and if we end up doing contour and shit, we end up doing contour. But honestly, I really can't be bothered. We're like, I mean, I love you guys, but we're just filming a podcast. Like, I'm not gonna fucking chisel the shit out of my cheekbones.
What are you fucking talking about? This was getting ready together. This was the launch party. This is it, Luna. Get your contour on.
Okay, well then I will also do contour, and maybe I'll even do some fake freckles too. We never know, but because that's been a favorite thing of mine to do recently. I'm really loving the fake freckles. I don't have like the freck thing, and again, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Do you?
No.
Do you know about the freck?
What's the freck?
It's like this stuff that's been designed to like make you have fake freckles, but basically you can do it with like a fucking lip liner or an eyeliner pen. You've just got to make sure you do it in like the right shade and maybe put some concealer on top of it to like balance it. I don't know, but I'll give you a freckle tutorial from a broke bitch.
Awesome. Cool.
But so your turn now. What's on your base?
I use this primer because my little sister talks about all the different types of primers she uses, and it made me feel bad that I don't use a primer. So this is like a new addition to the lot. And then recently I was online shopping and decided to actually buy concealer because up until like a week ago, I'd just been using the foundation that I have that I never, ever fucking use as concealer over my blemishes. And now I actually use concealer, and that's my base.
How much better is it? How much do you feel like? Do you notice the difference, or is it like doesn't?
I'm sorry, like maybe it's not a very good concealer, like, but I feel like none of them really do anything except just like make me feel better because I can still see stuff. It doesn't cover shit up. Maybe I just need an actually good concealer, but like I feel like it just helps me feel like it's there less, so I can actually just calm down about my blemishes. Like it's more like concealing my soul than like concealing my face. And then that's it. That's my that's my base. I have a lot of freckles. I get a lot of freckles. That's my dad's side comes out of me really quickly when I go out to the sun. So I have a lot of freckles. So I don't do that. I don't do foundation, mostly because I
You
can't
don't
find
need
ones
the
that
fake
fit.
freckles.
But also, if I use foundation, I hide all my freckles, and I know that lots of people do the fake freckles, and now here I am. I'm just like, I've got it. I'm just gonna work with what I got. That's me. That's me.
Well, what you could always do is, if you ever do find a foundation, which I just had a really great idea for like a fucking video. I don't know how it was gonna work given current isolation and my inability to actually work fucking technology.
Yes.
But we could do a video where we online shop together for your makeup, but
Let's do
pick
it.
your makeup product.
We can do that. I actually know how to. We just gotta share the screen. That's all.
I don't know how to do that. So, I mean, it'll be a learning experience for Luna. But
I'm so
fine.
excited for it. All right, let's just start doing eyes and talking, and then when you want to tell people what you're doing, that's cool. But like, I feel like and I love you. I feel like I could have done my entire face in the time you're talking about what you do on your face, like just your base. Like, I think I'm gonna sprint through this. I don't know what I'm doing with my eyes though.
I just want to do a quick shout out, like fucking.
Guys, let's go. I love you.
I just want to mention my brushes as well. Like, I mentioned those like products and shit, but the brushes that I use, mine is this one and this one and this one and that one and that one. So these brushes here, in the cute little like poison apple holder thing that I have, they're all Spectrum brushes. Again, they're all cruelty free, they're all vegan, and fucking Jesus H Christ, they are amazing. They are so good. Like the flat, I use this on my face primarily. I don't really like use a concealer brush at all. They're just like, what do you mean? What's a concealer brush?
What is a concealer brush? What's a concealer brush? I don't know what you're talking about. That's cool. That's cool.
But yeah, I just use this to apply my base. So that's everything from concealer to foundation to my primer. And then obviously for my powder, I just use a big ass fluffy brush here. And that was the CO4 for the powder, and then the AO3 for the face brush. And again, Spectrum, amazing. Such a good brand. So good. The other brushes that I have, sorry, Dan.
No. Literally gonna be done. That's cool. Okay.
The other brushes that I have, these ones here, are all Illamasqua brushes. These ones are pretty much like standard brushes, like obviously amazing quality, again, all cruelty free and vegan. As far as I'm aware, when I purchased them, I was fully given that impression. If they're not like that now, I do apologize, but that's what I was told at the time. So these three are pretty standard. Like, this is just a regular fluffy brush. This is like a fluffy the eyeshadow brush, and then you've just got like a little, like, you know, inner corner kind of like detail brush. Then the pièce de résistance I probably murdered that pronunciation. I'm so sorry.
No, that was good. That was
French.
Fucking talented. You are talented.
But then the brush that I love the most is my Illamasqua fucking contour brush. Like, this just like gets right in there. Anyway, I can talk more about that later. But let's start on our eyes. Well, I'll start on my eyes.
I'm literally finished doing the shading.
What are you using on your eyes?
All right.
Okay. What are you using on your eyes right now?
I got 2 different palettes. I picked one and I picked 3 colors to do like the 3 color thing, which is like a thing. And I decided to go like real dark, heavy colors because fuck it. Like, I only 2 days ago started like practicing doing shit with these colors.
Well,
I've got no clue.
What palette is it?
I don't know. They were both $8 on Catch, like the burgundy bar.
Read the name on the front of it.
Oh my god, I'm not good at these. Okay, so burgundy bar by Maybelline.
By Maybelline, okay.
Yes.
Maybelline is a brand. And then what shades did you use?
Like these 3.
Okay, you picked 3. You picked 3. Okay,
These
so
3.
on.
So like,
no, you need to move it more this way.
Yeah.
And then angle it more towards me.
Nah, they can
more
see
towards
it fine.
me.
What, you don't even know where you are. Like, you don't know where you are to me. Like, I don't even know what you're saying makes sense. All right, so just like lid and then crease and then like under the eyebrow. Anyways, I did it. It's done. And
also, you like highlight under your eyebrow? See, I don't do that. I don't do that.
I do that. I don't know if this
That's
looks...
cool. Do you feel like, because I remember last episode we were talking about how you were not worried, but like you were like, oh, how's it going to work with like me having like a different eye shape to you? Do you feel like when you highlight under your eye because of the eye shape that you have, it like works better?
I just thought that was a thing I was supposed to do. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I feel like this is really good if people are into makeup, and then it's also going to be good for the people that got no clue what they're doing, like can relate. Just speaking about brushes, okay, so I've got literally one brush that I use for all my eyeshadow. Congratulations. I've been breaking out so much lately that I actually, when I went to the shops to buy drinks, I also bought new brushes. So I've got like a fresh brush for my like bronzer blush and a fresh one for like my powder on top. Fucking Kohl's brand. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just like, what brand? Don't even with me. I am literally like, it's just like all my palettes are like whatever's like looks good on Catch. Same with concealer. Like, I don't even know what color I am. I just fucking bought it online because it was like $5. Like, I just, you know what? Is expensive.
Okay,
do you know what's expensive? Like laptops and like recording gear, and that's where my money goes. Like, I just can't.
There's 2 different types of people. There's Lovely Dan, who's like, yes, I'm gonna spend this on what I'm passionate about. I'm gonna like put money into that. And then there's me, and I'm just like, oh, pretty things, I want it. I'm gonna spend like $200.
That's it. That's us. That's us. All right, you need to talk about things because I'm about to do my eyeliner because I'm looking at myself. All I can see is eyeshadow.
Okay, well, I haven't even started my eye makeup.
I know. So, like, hold on. What was the thing we were going to talk about? What were we talking about? We were going to talk about things while we're doing our makeup. Like, yes, we're doing our makeup, but let's talk about things.
Oh, okay. I'm going to, like, fully, like, change to a bad angle, so sorry that you're seeing this side of me, but it is a full moon, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else who identifies as whatever. It is a full fucking moon right now. Is everyone feeling it? Is everyone excited? Because to be honest, I forgot about it until I went on Instagram tonight, and because I follow a whole bunch of like star sign oracle tarot things, people were like, oh, full moon, and I was like, oh yeah, it is too. But little Miss Dan over here,
yes,
I sent her a thing and she was like, of course I know it's a full moon.
Yes. Firstly, I've got the moon phase app on my phone, and if you don't have that, you should get that. Secondly, the full moon is in, it tells you when the full moons are. Gives you notifications. It tells you where the moon's at all of the things.
Yes, I need that.
But also, the moon is in Scorpio. And my moon is in Scorpio. So, like, it's a whole fucking vibe for me right now. You know, I don't know if you know, but I am about the moon. Me and the moon are, like, best fucking friends because the moon's always
She's also a Pisces.
I am also a Pisces. So, like, yeah.
Primarily.
Me and the moon are, like, just super fucking tight. And yeah, so the moon, it's a thing. How have you been feeling with the moon lately? Have you noticed its fullness?
Look, I didn't notice its fullness in terms of like the actual, it is a full moon, but I've definitely felt like my energy switch recently. Yeah, 100%. Like, I borrowed the name from the moon because I felt such a strong connection to her. So of course I'm gonna like I might not know always when it's a full moon and call me a bad whatever the fuck, I don't know, my spirituality, technicality, name thing is. But I mean, I feel it. I feel it all the fucking time. Like, I'm very in touch with that. And I feel like you are too. Like, we're both very in touch with that, just in completely, not necessarily completely different ways, but definitely in different ways. Like,
Yeah.
also, on my base for my eyeshadow, I'm using
a little bit. Oh, go on. Yes.
I'm using the Androgyny palette by Jeffree Star, and I'm going in with the shade Safe Word, which is this bad boy here, and I fucking love this shade. I used the Spectrum brush in A19 to apply it. And then I'm just going to buff it out with the whatever brush name that is of the same brand. And no one probably cares about this, but you know what? If we're doing a Get Ready With Me, I'm going to live my full, like, beauty guru dreams. So y'all are just going to have to put up with it.
There's a demographic for everything that you're saying right now, and I love it that you're bringing that demographic into this, because I sure as hell would not be bringing them to this pod, so one of us has to.
One of us has got to do it, and
yeah,
I'll do it. But we were talking about the moon.
The moon.
Before I went on about fucking makeup bullshit again.
I love your makeup talks. We were talking about the moon. You sent me a bunch of stuff that you wanted us to read, and I can just take a second to jump onto.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, New brushes feel so good. What's up? Ooh.
Yeah, I clean my brushes, and this is the first time I'm using them since I cleaned them, and I'm just living my best life with a fresh brush to the face. Fresh brush to the face.
Well,
that's a weird sentence.
We had some stuff that
we about how weird that sentence is.
Fresh brush to the face.
Yeah.
I need to drink more, so that's what we need to do. How are you feeling about the pod stuff? I fully forgot that they were live, but my phone keeps vibrating, so I don't know if it's getting messages because I'm gorgeous and people want to message me, or if it's like the pod.
But fucking live! It's terrifying. It is actually fucking terrifying. I am really fucking nervous, but I'm also not nervous. Like, I mean, earlier in the week, Dan and I had a chat about some other stuff that was happening in my life, and that chat that we had about that has kind of like spectrum affected, again, not the right terminology, but has kind of like gone full circle across everything. And then I've also been speaking to one of my other really good friends. We've mentioned her Instagram before. It's Stay Woke. She's a fucking amazing barber. Love her. Because I've also mentioned some other GF's names, I'll also mention her name. Her name is Grace. She's amazing.
I love Grace. She's so gorgeous. My God. Anyways, go on.
She's such beautiful inside and out, on so many different levels. Fucking real Taurus energy too.
Oh, I love that too. I love that. My rising's Taurus. I love it.
Yeah. So good. So yeah, it's been a wild ride. And I think that most of that actually is because of the moon. Like every time, not only because of the moon, like obviously I've got my other shit that I have to deal with that affects it as well. But when the moon comes into her fullness, like she has this evening and in past months as well, like before that, things go one of two ways for me. They become extremely clear and clarifying, or they go like real topsy-turvy. But then the night of the full moon, it becomes more clarifying, or the other way around. Like I'll be really clear as crystal, and then the night of the full moon, I feel like I am batshit fucking crazy. Like, does that happen for you as well, or is that just me?
Like, I don't know. I don't think I pay enough attention to, like, I haven't noticed the cycle. I think that's just because recently I'm coming out of the phase of ever thinking that I'm, like, so moody. I think I'm okay right now. But,
yeah, because you're not actually fucking moody. You're actually just a human being who experiences emotions. But
I'm finding that out now. Like,
yeah, well,
we don't
welcome to the club. I get that. But no.
Yeah. So I'm about to start talking in a sec because yeah, I'm done. Sorry.
Are you fucking kidding? Okay, so what shades did you use in your Maybelline palette? What are the names of the shades?
I don't like I just
look
I
at
just
the
don't
names on the palette.
But like
look
I also don't care
on
like
the palette. You don't care, but there are other people who may care because they want to do your look.
I just did it doesn't say. It literally doesn't say. It doesn't. They don't have names. I'm sorry. These palettes aren't fancy and don't do names on the palette. They saw me point to it. Just like if I can figure out how to find 3 shades that work together on the lid, the crease, and like the brow bit, like you'll figure it out. You're a big boy and girl or whatever. Like you'll figure it out. Done. I'm done. Let's talk about. I was gonna read you something that you sent to me before.
Yes, yeah? Okay. But before you do that, I just want to say I went into my like crease with the shade Dominatrix. Yes, Dominatrix, which is this one here. And then went over it again a little bit with Safe Word, and then went under my eye with Safe Word as well. Just super lightly as well. I didn't do like a heavy coat in that because I'm gonna go over it again now. But yeah, you read to me the thing that I sent you. And then I'll read yours when I'm in 2 hours done.
How long does it usually take for you to do yours?
I mean, it depends. Like, I am having, like, a conversation with you right now. And usually when I do my makeup these days, I'm just, like, I'm not with anyone. I'm not distracted. So it'll take me, like, half an hour to an hour usually for work. But then if I'm going out, it'll take me like 2 hours plus, depending.
Wow. That takes planning. That takes fucking time management. Get it? Why do you
think I'm always late for things? Always. I'm either always late because I didn't give myself enough time, or I'm always too early because I gave myself too much time, because I can't decide on a look that I want to do until I'm like sitting down in front of the mirror. If I had like enough mental, I don't know, if I wasn't such a fucking Libra, I wasn't so indecisive and could be like, oh, I want to do this, this, and this, and this, then it would be like so much easier. But unfortunately, that's not how my life works. Because, yeah, anyway. Moving on.
All right, so you sent me this thing from Moon Omens. Moon Omens is, I don't know if it's anything else but an Instagram page. I only know it as a lot of wine that I poured for myself. I only know it as an Instagram page. So it's what it says is this moon at the moment is a super flower moon. I actually saw this pop up and I was like, what does that even mean? Do you know what a super flower moon means? Is it the first moon of spring? Is that what that is? I'm assuming that that's what it is. It's a flower thing. Like,
well, no, it wouldn't be the first moon of. It wouldn't be the first moon of spring for us because we're obviously not in spring. It would depend on like what part of the world you're in.
Yeah,
I feel like they would have a different thing for that. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe
let's
it's.
not pour juice over my phone. All right, cool. I am going to do a headphone swap in a sec. What are you doing?
And then I went in over the top of the really light, like, dominatrix in my crease with fetish.
How
like
many
the red
colors do you use?
shades. It depends. Depends on the vibe I'm going for. This evening, because it's our launch party, I'm going extra. So
I'm glad that you're on board with that now.
y'all better be ready. We're gonna be here for hours.
I'm looking at my eyes. I'm like, this is a bit more than I usually do. It's a bit darker. I don't know if I look any different than I did before.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it.
All right, so the super flower moons, meaning through the signs, the upcoming full moon in Scorpio. This is for Libra, by the way, just why I'm reading it to Luna. Have you already read this? Yes.
No, I haven't.
Okay, you haven't.
I didn't read this one.
Good. The upcoming full moon in Scorpio is likely to be highly transformative for you. You'll feel drawn to redefine your priorities in relationships and discuss with your loved ones about how to adapt to the current times. You are likely to clear up any confusion that might have come up in the past. The positive influence of Mars and Aquarius could allow you to come up with positive solutions in the area of finances. You might receive some news regarding your current form of income or find an alternative one. Yeah. And then it's like read caption.
I mean.
And how do you feel like that relates to you?
I mean, my financial situation recently just became less than pleasant. But I have been doing well at work recently, so maybe I'll be getting a promotion and then I'll actually be able to afford my rent. Who knows? We'll soon be able to see. But no, it's not bad, but it's not great. You know? I was hoping for more, but yeah. That's fine. I know that you're distracted. You can read, or you can, if you're ready, you can pull it up. But what we can also do is I can go through. We had other talking points, and some of them that you had were really, really dope. Oh, actually, something I wanted to talk about was sharing stuff and how we got very nervous about Blahdidah and like how I feel like. Because I've obviously got my Danzy page that I've been doing for a while, and I've been getting really used to putting myself out there. And when I started doing it, like, it was really, really terrifying. And it's like years on now, and like it is still a little bit terrifying every time I put something out, but I'm just so adjusted to that feeling of being really fucking scared. Oh, my face is really close. Gorgeous, sorry, I'm just making sure that I can actually, like, my eyes are both even.
Beautiful.
That's fine.
But yeah, it's scary. It's scary. And now I've never had myself, anytime I put myself out on like my Instagram as like me talking or like this is who I am, aside from being like a cute girl that sings covers, like people like my original stuff too, which is awesome. But like unfollows for days, man. If I share something that's not one of those two things, it's really scary. Of course. People don't want me to do anything outside of like what they expect of me. Well, that's not fair. Like a lot of people continue to like my stuff and I appreciate that because they continue to follow me and all that. But a lot of people are just not here for it at all. So it is really scary just putting ourselves out there so like unfiltered. Like once we shoot this, I edit out the bathroom breaks, but like I don't let us take anything else out.
She really doesn't. I tried to convince her to let us take out some other stuff, but she was like, no. And like I'm really glad that you did that because it's helping me on like another level, like accept that part of myself, because that's the thing, like we're all fucking real people and like we all want to present like the best version of ourselves, but realistically the best version of yourself is the most authentic version of yourself. And in the society that we live in, it's really fucking easy to forget that because everyone's like, oh, Instagram, oh, filter, I'm just going to edit this like my third stomach out. If you have 3 stomachs and you want to show them off, you show off your 3 stomachs, girl. Like, it's not a problem.
We're not about to face tune this pod. No.
Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously we want everyone to be healthy, but like, again, like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I think that this is a good thing for me personally with like my acceptance of myself, because again, we were talking the other night, and after I'd been like to Dan, oh, can we edit this? Can we edit that? And we had like a really long conversation about it. And a lot of it for me comes from like my mental health. And during this conversation, she was like, and I don't know if you like, I hadn't mentioned this to you, but like when you were saying that like things that I said triggered you, the fact that you were triggered by the things that I was triggered by re-triggered me and was like, well, fuck no. Like, I don't want to be a trigger for you. So I'm just going to kind of like deal with that and like work through that myself. So then not only am I not making you more triggered when you've already done the fucking hard work, and I don't want to undo that, but it's going to help encourage me to not be as triggered. Does that make sense?
Totally. But don't think that like my hard work is over and I've done it and it's suddenly like I'm just good now. No. Like it's like a constant fucking battle. Like especially when we're inundated with all of these like face tuned and like perfectly everything fucking everything's like it's hard to like maintain sanity and not succumb. And it's that whole thing of conformity. Like we feel like we have to look this certain way and be this certain way. Like
conformity versus comfortability, hashtag last episode.
Oh gosh.
So in the very, very corner, and then like I buffed it out into the rest of the crease. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing. I'm smiling. I'm just like, it's just, I don't even know what you're talking about. Yay, love it. I love it. You're buffing it out into the crease.
I went in on like this, so this part like of my, it's so close.
Because you do like eyeliner, like, I mean, eyeshadow like underneath the eye as well, yeah? See, so every time I try and do that, I just look tired. I don't think it suits my eye shape. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't work.
I think like because of my eye shape, I can use like a bigger brush, like this kind of a brush.
Yeah.
And then I can clean it up. Whereas I feel like because of your eye shape, if you used a brush more like really fine, well, I mean, that's an angled brush. I mean, that would work. But like if you use something like this guy here, this little dude.
Yeah.
You'd be able to get really like close under that waterline and you wouldn't get as much fallout and you wouldn't get as much color down, because I feel like maybe that's it. And using different colors as well, like you like color more than I do anyway. So you could, I feel like you would look like your skin tone and like the fact that you've got like brown eyes, you could do like a fucking royal blue in your waterline. And that would look dope. Like, I mean, it's on this palette. I've got it like this color, like something like this.
So I love the idea of doing that. One day we'll try that. We'll get Holly on.
Yeah. Do like a really like, not basic, but like a real neutral like lid with like a wing, and then like fucking blue under the waterline and like a like brownie nude lip, like look and a half.
I'm so down.
But yeah, I use the Queen shade in the Serpentina palette from what was formerly Kat Von D Beauty but is now KVD Beauty. And again, all vegan, all cruelty free. I think this was a limited edition palette. I don't think this palette is coming out again, but you can find heaps of like dark shimmery reds like this. And then put it in like the outer corner quite darkly and then buff it out using obviously a buffing brush like this. And it kind of creates the depth. You're just like, what are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. But You're so pretty. I like listening to you talk. It's fine, you know.
Stop it. But I'm also like 2.5 glasses deep. So I mean, one eye could look amazing, and the other eye could look like shit. Or both eyes could look like shit. I wouldn't know. I've had too much wine, but it's fine. Fine. All right. I'm gonna read your Pisces.
Ooh, yay! All right, just don't talk for a sec. Hold on. Okay. All right, now you can talk. So.
How rude! She's telling me not to talk. What? And this is how good Luna is with technology. She just manages to drop the fucking tripod. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I mean, I know I just said that I'd had 3 glasses of wine, but I'm really not that drunk. I'm not even drunk.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm getting like my ugly ass brown brick wall right now. I need to preemptively light more incense. Go on there. He's stunning.
Okay. Debatable, but
fucking, can you not? Can you just not sometimes?
Where's the thing that I sent you? Sorry, I am so actually obnoxious this evening, but you know,
no, not
I'm
at
not
all.
at the same time.
Look, we are so nervous. We are so nervous right now.
Also, how fucking fitting for the two of us, like us as the people that we are, with like the connection that we have with the moon, to fucking release our shit on a fucking full moon.
Full moon.
Like,
full moon. And Scorpio.
My mind is,
love it.
Yeah.
But you got Scorpio placements, boo. Like, this isn't just me.
I do. What is my? Let me just check.
I'll check yours. You read the thing.
Okay. You check where my Scorpio is, and I'll check where. Okay. So this is Pisces. So the superflower moon's meaning through the sign. Scorpio moon is forming a beautiful trine, beautiful for your sun, offering you the opportunity to let go of everything that does not resonate with your soul purpose. This full moon could be a particularly intense one for you, as Neptune, your ruler, is forming an exact square to Venus. You might feel confused and frustrated from being unable to go on with your life as you were used to. Find quiet and stillness and let your emotions come out without judgment. Read caption to learn more about this upcoming full moon for what it means to you. How does that make you feel?
It's pretty like on, like, just, yeah, I'm feeling a lot of different things.
There was another one that I saw for you. I already read mine, so I can't read, you can't read mine as a shock to you.
Okay.
But
you have Mars and Pluto in Scorpio. Obviously, like, we both have
that would
Scorpio and Pluto,
Mars.
but like Mars, your Mars.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't find the one that I was gonna read out, but that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. I don't know, man. Like, Mars is like, what does Mars mean? What does Mars mean
is like,
for me?
Mars is like aggression though, yeah? Like, what does that mean for you? Do you want me to read over here? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to read Luna's chart. Everyone should get on CoStar. 1, so you can be friends with us on CoStar.
My God.
But 2, like, because I want to keep track of everyone's charts. I want to know how compatible we are. But number 2, CoStar calls you the fuck out. The amount of times I've woken up or I've seen the notification, my daily notification, it's just calling me the fuck out on some shit. I need it. Sometimes you just need that shit. I feel
personally attacked by CoStar.
Right.
Also, I didn't bake under my eyes, so I'm getting fallout. So I'm just going to go in with the Spectrum brush in B01 to clean up that fallout. And then I may need to go in again with a concealer, but we'll see. Anyway, keep going with what you were
All
saying.
right.
Sorry.
So, Mars is the planet of aggression. It determines how you assert yourself, take action, and the energy that surrounds you, particularly sex life, your ambitiousness, and when you're angry. So that's what the Mars is. What this means about Luna having her Mars in Scorpio is that she asserts herself in a way that is serious and incisive. Yes. Wow. That is correct. Blunt as fuck is what that means. It's why we have like it's honestly, let's get into it. Like, I'm gonna have another sip of wine, okay?
Go for it.
So
I'm
chat
doing like a little bit of the revolution in the CO.2 under my eyes just to clean up for that fallout that I had before as well. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
So the reason why me and Luna had a big chat was because Luna is a self-proclaimed control freak, and I don't like to tell.
I'm honest about it. Okay.
You are, as opposed to me, whereas I like to keep my faults as hidden as possible until people get to know me really well, and then they see them come lashing out really loudly. That's me. That's how I operate. I don't like being told what to do. I'm okay doing what people tell me what to do as long as they make me feel like it's my idea, which is the conclusion that Luna and I came to. I straight out told her, you just got to make suggestions of like, what do you think? Because I am super inclusive. I want everyone's idea to be part of the project. But if you tell me fucking do this and do that, don't tell me what to fucking do, you know? But Luna, being a fucking Mars and Scorpio, is, as Costa would put it, incisive and serious and push things forward with passion and intensity. She just tells me. And once they want to do something, they don't hold back. They're just like, boom. And I love that about you, and I love that about you. And I'm so glad that we had a chat about how to navigate our compatibility together. Okay?
Also, have you seen how much fucking powder I just got?
I used a lot. You're just like, how yeah. Like, you did all this detailed work, and then you just like smack, put it all on.
Oh, that's great. But yes,
Yeah, that's what your Mars and Scorpio means. You've got a Jupiter in Sagittarius.
I know.
We all know
I'm
how
very
I feel
aware
about Sagittarius, but that's cool. No, but it's like a social planet, which is good. Like, Sagittarius is good as a social planet, as long as it's not like fucking sun or moon. You know what?
Do you know?
It's fine.
Yeah, but do you know how fucking confusing it is having like my social planet as like a Scorpio, which is like a Sagittarius, which is literally the most fucking social sign. Like, they're just fucking here, there, and everywhere. And then mixing that with a condition like anxiety. Like, I lived my life on the edge with the mental illness and my birth chart, and then you mix it together, and it's a wild ride.
We're just living that millennial life. That's it.
Literally, though, because I feel like no other people are as in touch as millennials are with this kind of shit.
Yes.
It's just maybe people in the 70s, but I mean, even then, it was like, for them, it was more of like a phase. It wasn't like a lifestyle choice. Whereas like us, I feel like most of us, it's a lifestyle choice, if that makes sense. And I am getting powder all fucking over me. I look like a coke addict, but I'm not.
I feel like our anxiety
I don't have enough money for that, so.
I feel like our anxiety can be pretty justified, considering like the expectancy for this like human civilization, considering where we put ourselves, is just getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And then there's a pandemic. Like, I think our anxiety, like, we might get anxious about little things in our lives, but I think that that's due to just the general milieu of where we've been, like the society we've been brought up in, and how things are just generally fucked. And then they're just like, oh, you know, everything's gonna be good. No.
Lol jokes. Yeah. Do you remember last year how I was like, I'm gonna travel this year? Yes, that's not fucking happening. Where?
You know what's
Woolworths.
fucked? You know what's fucked? When we first went into ISO, I fucking went on Google Maps, like fucking Burke Street. I just started walking around the city on Google Maps because I missed it so much. I was just like, I haven't gone to the CBD in ages. I just started walking around on Google Maps.
Fucking wow.
That's
All
how,
right.
like, yeah, look, it wasn't a phase that lasted very long, but it was something that I definitely
I thought
did.
I was bad.
Hey, I didn't. When ISO first sinks in, we all did things that were pretty intense.
Did we?
I don't know. What did you do the first couple of weeks of ISO? How did you deal?
Well, see, I mean, because of the line of work that I'm in, I didn't really have like an ISO thing. Like I had, as I mentioned, I think in one of the other pods, like I had 3 days off work where I was in like proper isolation because I had a sore throat, which I wasn't COVID positive, but like, so that was, I know I just kind of kept myself busy. Like I just cleaned and did shit around the house that needed to be done because no one fucking else does anything. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. So I never really had that ISO period of like when it first kicked in. I guess when I first started working from home, which was like 2 weeks ago, like I really didn't like that. I still don't like that. Like I'm very blessed that I still have a job, but I enjoy going to the office more than just sitting at home and working. It's like, I mean, I still have a desk, I still have everything that I need to do that I would be doing at work, but like going in like office clothes and like socializing and like that kind of a thing helps motivate me more to perform and do the best that I need to do in my workplace, I feel anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like how did you find like adjusting to working from home? Because like it's a completely different industry for you,
Yeah,
in comparison to me, but like how, like obviously it's still different and it still would have been a challenge for you. How did you adjust? Also, again, at the time when I bought this, it was Kat Von D, but now it's KVD Beauty Tattoo Liner, and this is the best fucking eyeliner that you can get, and I'm so happy that it rebranded and she no longer has shares in it, because now I can buy it again without feeling guilty.
Is that the goss that happened?
Yeah.
What was that? We will get to the teaching and like the changing work thing after, but I was gonna ask, what's the goss with the KVD Kat Von D? Like I have no idea. What's wrong?
Basically, she was it last year? Was it the year before? I don't know. I don't know when things happen anymore. I just can't keep track. But basically, she made a really big deal on social media about being about not vaccinating her child.
Okay.
And I don't think she realized how much of a backlash it would have. And then based off of that, she like lost a whole heap of business. And basically, again, I have no sources to like confirm or deny this, but from what I've seen, my understanding is that based off of that, and then other stuff that came up after that about her being kind of shady, she was basically killing the brand. And the brand is good. Like, they make good makeup. So, like, because it's her name on it, she had, like, not majority of the shares, but, like, 50% of the shares in it. And then this other person had shares in it as well. So, basically, now it's gone completely over to, like, them having shares. And they've had to rebrand it. And it's now KVD Beauty. But the thing about it, for me, like, I mean, can't throw at me. I vaccinate myself, but the fact that she doesn't vaccinate her child is not a big, like, it's a big deal, obviously, but like that wasn't like the catch-22 for me. The catch-22, I think that's the right terminology, for me was the fact that, and have we talked about this before?
No, not at all. Let's go.
She married Prez, who is a musician, and he's also in like has gang affiliations from my understanding of it. And she married him after always, from what I'd seen of her, proclamated like she was like this massive feminist, like equal rights, like shout out to the women kind of deal, like, you know?
Yeah.
And this man, if you could even call him that she married, had already had kids from a different marriage, and one when he was like really young, and his daughter, who was like 14 at the time, and again I do not know the years for this, so please don't fucking at me being like you're wrong, because I've read articles, couldn't quote you on it, it was a while ago, but his daughter, based off his affiliations with certain people, got raped when she was 14, 13 years old. And she went to the authorities or like confronted him about it or both. And because of the type of people that they were and the type of lifestyle that he was living, he like basically disowned her because of that.
Damn. It's fucked.
And as good as the products are, and as much as I admired this woman beforehand, that right there, I am not supporting. So I made a decision, because I beforehand, like all of my makeup, like as I'm showing you right now, was all Kat Von D Beauty. Like I fucking loved her makeup. I thought she was an amazing person. Like her wedding that she had with him, fucking goals. If I ever get married, I would love that shit. But then after they got married and after that whole like Instagram post happened about like not vaccinating her child came out, I was just like, okay, like that's pretty fucked up. Like it feels, no matter how ethically good it is being vegan, cruelty free, like from a moral perspective, I can't give money to someone who is actively ignoring something. Yes. And like, again, it would be different if he had come out, because that was a couple of years ago that happened. Like, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago that he went on record and was like, yeah, I'm disappointed in my daughter for doing that. He went on record and said that.
Wow.
Yeah. And it would be different if, again, he maybe a year, maybe even 2 years, maybe even fucking like last week came out and was like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Like, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Like, regardless of the fucking affiliations that you have, rape is fucking wrong. Rape is disgusting. You cannot violate someone like that. And there are so many different kinds of rape as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like your stereotypical kind of like shit that you see. Like, there's like other kinds of like rape. That's such an aggressive word. I don't like using that word. But there's so many different manipulative kinds of those sorts of situations that you can get involved with too. And like, yeah, he hasn't apologized for saying that. And he said that on record, and she married him. And like, granted, he's apologized for doing other dumb shit that he's done because of said affiliations, But that specific thing, saying that he was disappointed in his daughter for being raped by one of his friends, who, by the way, was like fucking like 40, and she was like 13, again, based off a couple of articles that I read. If I can somehow find these links, I will put them below.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's heavy shit, to say the least. And I'm not about to support someone who's going to marry someone who says that kind of stuff and doesn't fucking apologize for it.
Because you know that money is going to that couple, that's going to them. I understand that.
Exactly. Supporting that lifestyle. Like, and I mean, as great as it is that she's vegan, she's cruelty-free, she's active about supporting that, she's got a bum-ass tattoo studio who do, like, great work. Like, I'm not about it. I'm not going to put my money, like, I have been, like, personally, I haven't experienced that kind of a situation, but I've experienced some pretty fucked up situations with men that have been pretty fucking close, if not the same, just slightly different. And I don't think that any female should ever have to go through that. So I'm not going to be, and the fact that she says that she's all about, like, oh, female rights and feminism and all of that, and then, like, it just, one big fucking contradiction that I'm not going to support in any way, shape, or form. And I still haven't done my eyeliner.
Do it. I want to talk about something pretty related. So that gets me on the subject of, and thank you for filling me on the KVD goss. I love goss. All my students know that I ask them 2 questions at the start of their lesson. How are you? What's goss?
That's goss?
It. What's goss? I want to fucking know. I want to know what's going on in your life. I want to know what's fucking happening. So yeah. But you touched on something, and like, while you were talking about it, I was just shuffling my cards because I was like, I'm pretty drunk. I got my crystals out. I just want to shuffle my cards. I don't want to pull any cards. I feel like I haven't hung out with my cards in a while. So that was what that was. I feel very, and I the whole time, can you hear me okay? Something's glitching out.
All right, cool.
Sorry, no, I did a weird glitch. Okay. So the whole time I was thinking to myself, should I bring this up? Should I bring this up? Should I bring this up? Because I don't know if I should, because I feel like it could be a really divisive thing, could be really controversial. Some people could be like, no this side, no that side. So I'm going to preface it with, I am extremely conflicted about where I stand with this. Beyond belief conflicted. Have you seen Leaving Neverland on Netflix?
No, what's that?
So it's the documentary in which 3 men, I'm pretty sure it's 3 altogether, who came forward about the abuse that they endured with Michael Jackson.
Oh, wait, I've heard about this.
So I watched it. I believe them, and I'm not ready to be another person to say that that didn't happen to you. I can't, in my heart of hearts, even if they were, I can't imagine the pain that they've gone through, and still the amount of invalidation that must, like, that hurt of the invalidation on top of the pain that they've already gone through, how that must affect them. I believe them. And their stories are beyond fucked up. And it's like, and you were saying, like, I know in the past, if a Chris Brown song comes on, you're not about to let it play, you know? Can we skip this song? That's just you.
Never.
If anyone's ever been some kind of like abuser or whatever, you're just like, let's skip this. Let's not do that. And that's everything you just said before. I don't know what to do now about that in my brain.
Well, you know,
there's no reconciling it. Like
it's an issue. It's fucking hard. Like, but you have to, like, I mean, we're talking about like you or like me, but like everyone, when you find out information like this, it's hard because like your moral compass is so torn, because on one hand you really love this person you really respect this person for one thing, but then this other part of them comes up, and it's just like, and there's actual like real evidence to support it. It's just like, how the fuck do you, like, where do you stand on that? You've got to figure that out yourself.
Yeah.
And it's a real fucking challenge, especially when that person has meant something to you, regardless of whether it's like a celebrity or like, even like in some cases, and like I really fucking hope that this hasn't happened to anyone, but like a family member or like a friend or something like that. Like, it's hard. Like, it's really fucking hard, and it's horrible. By all means, it fucking sucks a lot, especially if you have that awareness with your, not awareness, but like you are in touch with your morality more than like most people. Because I feel like a lot of people aren't, not throwing shade, but like not a lot of people are in touch with their morality. And I mean, I could go on about that for a whole heap of reasons, but I'm not going to. But yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I don't feel bad about, like, it's hard because I'm not feeling bad about royalties or money going to his family, because his family did nothing wrong.
I'm not
unless
him.
They kind of hid his secrets. I don't know. But like, I can't just listen to his songs either and be like, this is a fucking vibe, and not think about the people that were hurt by that. It's like admiring. Okay, I'm not even going to say that. I don't want to make that comparison, even though I already have. Oh man, I feel like I'm really filtering myself right now. Okay, I'm trying to find a less.
Don't filter
offensive.
yourself.
Okay,
you wouldn't let me filter myself by getting you to edit it. Don't filter yourself.
This is it. Okay, and
by
like
not saying what you want to say.
I still feel conflicted. That's where I'm at with this. But to me, it feels like admiring Hitler's artwork and not remembering that there was a Holocaust. That's what it feels like, listening to something good that Michael Jackson did and forgetting the pain that he caused. That's how I feel. So I can't.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even though I'm not opposed to his family receiving whatever, because they did not do, I don't even know, like, this is why I didn't even want to talk about it, because I know that it can be so divisive within the people who are fans of Michael. And just know that I don't even know what to do with this information. And I feel like maybe there are a lot of people out there that don't know what to do. And like, the way that I feel about Chris Brown is like, yes, you were like, we're differing there, because I want to think that people can change. So like, I don't want to hold Chris Brown, but at the same time, I kind of like, I fucking love Rihanna more than most people. So like, I don't know what to do there either. It's, oh man, this is just, I don't know why I decided to elaborate on this topic that you were talking about, because it is such a fucking hard topic to talk about. Whatever.
And that's the thing, but that's the thing, like, when it comes, and obviously I'm not saying that it's, like, I'm not accepting and saying that abuse is okay, but, because it is a hard topic. When you're in the limelight, okay, for example, Chris Brown, I feel like is, for me, my undying, like, my one true love, my all-time queen of all queens. As much as I am like a fucking goth bitch, like, I mean, look at me right now. I would fucking die for Rihanna. If someone told me that I could meet Rihanna, I feel like I would actually explode. Like, my whole entire body would just combust. It would be like, can you wait like 2 seconds? And then it would just be like fucking guts and blood and organs everywhere. But
yeah, go on. I'm going to follow up this point in a sec, but go on.
But you are right. Like, people can change. But I think for me anyway, when it comes to things like emotional or physical abuse, I give you this much room for change, like literally this much. And there have been, from what I've seen, and it could be bullshit because like most stuff that comes out of Hollywood is bullshit, or wherever the fuck celebrities live. I don't even know. Whatever. But it, like, all that, like, media is toxic, and half of it is bullshit, half of it's true. But there has been stuff about Chris Brown not necessarily beating up a woman again, but him being like really fucking disrespectful to women, and just, you know, still being a shit human. And so based off of that, I'm not willing to give him that second chance. And I mean, that's just me, each to their own, but I'm not gonna give him any kind of anything from my pocket. There was some great songs that he had when I was a fucking teenager, and I will remember them fondly, but I will not re-listen to them now. I'm just not gonna give any of that money away. Anyway, you talk about what you were going to talk about, and I just quickly want to mention these two shades. So I went in on the crease again with the shade Unk, and again the Serpentina palette.
You use that hard on another one next to it.
Yeah,
okay,
cool. I love this palette. Oh yeah, that was what I used over like the crease a little bit, but then I built it up again with Unk. And then after that, I went over it again with the red shade that I used in the Androgyny palette, which was Fetish. And I kind of just mix them together until I like buff them out to where I like them, which is what they're at now. And
amazing.
Then I'm going in with the LA Gal Volume Maximum Volume Mascara. And I got that on Beauty Bay and all of the Revolution makeup, and also the Ordinary primer that I got, which is fucking amazing. But anyway, sorry, just needed to do that little catch up with where I'm at with my face. Now
I love that. Like, we started this at like 8. It's like 9:30, still not done. I love it. I love everything about it. You are perfect to me. So we're talking about how much you love Rihanna, and it made me think back. Like, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm about to put you on blast, Luna, about how we met.
Oh no.
No, it's happening. I'm sorry, it's happening. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know. Like, y'all would know by now that I sing. I sing sometimes, just, and I don't realize that I am, but I do it because I am a singer. Luna sings too. Luna can sing. This girl can sing. Yes. And the reason why we met is because she decided, like, she wanted to get back into it. She wants to brush up a little bit her skills. She wants to get back into that zone. So she came to my work getting some singing lessons.
I hate you so much.
I love you so much. I'm pretty sure we did Stay as one of the songs. No?
We did.
Yes. And that's why, like, we do fucking love Rihanna, because, like, I saw her. I came out of my room ready to meet my new student, and she's just, like, you know, Luna, she's just looking banging. Her whole aesthetic is put together, and I was just like, damn. She's got this whole, like, goth vibe going on, and then she comes in and she's like, oh, I like this and this and this, but I also really love, like, Rihanna. And I was just like, my heart just exploded. I'm like, I'm so in love with this chick, because I love that she's into, like, her hardcore alternative stuff, but also is so fucking down for some Rihanna. Like, that's my whole fucking vibe. I wanna pop that booty. I also wanna mosh. And I feel like so many girls out there want to do that. Like, am I wrong? Like, I feel like that's so many of us. We jump around, we sweat, we get our head banging so hard that it, like, our neck hurts. But can drop it fucking low, you know?
Except I can't drop it low because I have no coordination, but I'm in full support of everyone else who can drop it low.
You're going to hype us up in your like 6-inch heels. That's what you're going to do.
Yeah. I'm almost proud of you.
But I have so many videos of you dancing to Lady Gaga and being just like the hottest fucking bitch I've ever seen. Remember that time we went to that emo club? Oh my God. That was so fun.
What?
When we went to the emo club to watch bands and I drank so much. And with the Halloween
I remember
night,
one video. I don't remember there being multiple
you were
videos.
dancing to Alejandro. I remember there being multiple videos.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was really drunk.
Yeah, that's what happens when we go to the emo club. The music's so loud and the place is so offensive that you just do shots until it's fun.
If you want to insert that here, you can insert that here. Otherwise,
you'd love it. You'd love it because you're so hot. You're just like, yes, I might. You know what we'll do? I'll put it at the end. I'll put it at the end. I genuinely hated it. Like, but you know that after that whole chat that we had, I'm just gonna fucking lean into who I am now. This is who I am. Lean into it.
I'm a lean into this hot fucking not hot, but mess that I am
gorgeous
right now. I am a mess, and maybe one day I will see it like you do. But right now, it's just I'm a mess, and I'm accepting.
I was
that is me.
There's a card on the top that slid out, and I'm like, this is a Luna card right now, and it's the star. It's the star. That's Luna right now. I feel like I'm Tarotverse holding up my cards. Everyone follow Tarotverse. I'm so obsessed with the channel. Like,
I am so beyond obsessed with him, and I'm really getting into doing my makeup right now and talking to you and like filming it.
I love it. It's great.
So into this.
I'm drinking so much because I've got nothing else to do while you're doing this. I'm very drunk.
Maybe we should. Maybe I should be a beauty guru and do my makeup like this every time.
And I should be a professional drinker. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
So I just did my mascara, which I think I showed you before. If I didn't, then this is it again. It's the one that I said before. I'm LA girl, big lash thing. Anyway, but then before I go in to do any contour, I set my face with this e.l.f. setting spray, and I just do spritz that shit.
Oh, get it. That face you pulled that. That was amazing. I loved it.
And then fan it because I don't have time for that.
You have a specific fan that's just for doing your makeup. I fucking love you. You are so extra. Extra. Is that a thing that makeup people do? They just have fans, or is that a you thing?
I don't know, but I have a fan. And so then I take my Shade and Light contour again, KVD, recently rebranded as such, and I use the lightest, like, what shade is that? That is I think it's Spice, maybe, or, Spice shade. No, chestnut shade. I use the cream one. I really want to get the powder one because I feel like that is, I don't know, I'm more comfortable using creams now, but I feel like I can move up to powders, whereas before when I started doing contouring, I wasn't very good at it. And I started with powder and it just looked like dirt on my face. Whereas now I feel like with cream, I don't know, it sits better. It's easier to learn on. So I take this one here and I just do a little, I need to look in the mirror, sorry. Line in that fucking amazing Illamasqua brush that I mentioned before, the like chunky boy here. And just do a line down the side of my face like that. Totally not blended.
I'm learning so much right now. But I'm too drunk to remember it. But I can watch it back because it's on video.
And then I feel like something that's really helpful is to suck your chicken like that. But I mean, this is on fucking every like beauty video ever. But I mean, now you get me doing it too. So then once you've done 2 lines
I didn't
that
do
are
that when I
sort of
did mine.
even. Well, that are sort of even, and mine aren't even. One of mine is always lower than the other,
But we can always, we're only really seeing one, so we can't tell if they're even or not.
But then I get, once I applied with that brush, I then get like a fluffier brush, but still kind of like firm bristles, which is the Spectrum B01. And I also use this to like clean up after fallout. So I make sure that there's nothing on the bristles before, and then blend that the fuck out. And then when you blend it out, it doesn't matter if it's uneven because it looks even. And
let's watch the magic, ladies and gents. Let's watch it, watch it, watch it, and
cheekbones.
Get it.
And then because I have no actual jawline, because I have chipmunk cheeks, I go in again, that color, and then do a little bit on under my chin, like quite dark there, and then slightly around.
Oh my god.
Just these bits. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And I don't know if this is going to turn out because we've had a few wines. So this may look like shit. Who fucking knows? And so then I blend.
I love that we're doing this. Because, like, I always think to myself, I'll watch some beauty tutorials and makeup tutorials, but I never do because I never actually want to sit there and watch this. But I'll watch you all fucking day. And we're just friends having a chat. I'm just glad that this is a thing that I actually get to fucking watch right now, because I never would, like, as much as I want to give myself time to do it, I won't. And now here it is. Keep going.
And then I go, so with the lines that you can see on my face, like they're like kind of like here.
I want to like
go
do them
a little
too.
bit. So then I go a little bit higher. You can do this with eyeshadow as well, with powder, but just don't use a lot. Just do a little bit. So always go estimate lower than what you actually need it, and then you can build it up. Whereas if you start too high, it's harder to build down. That's a trick that I've learned with my many years of beauty experience.
I've been drinking too much. That's fine. I did it. That's me.
But then I go up a little higher there and just do a little line like that. Just a little itty bitty one. And then I go in with that middle shade, which is the darker one, which is called Woodland. And then instead of doing this, like having my brush on that angle, I do it on that angle, but sort of, and then just go right on the edge of my face. And cream is also harder to pick up on your brush too, but once you started picking it up, it is harder to get out. Like, if that makes sense. Like, once you pick it up on the brush and you've started to pick it up, there's a lot of it, so just be careful. When you use creams. Powders, it's completely different. And then I just blend that a little bit out, and then I'll just do a little bit in top there. Top there, and then blend that the fuck out. And some people do their nose. I would normally do my nose, but right now I can't be bothered, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to deal with my normal nose.
Let's have a look. Is this it? No, and then more and thens. Babe, how much more and thens we got? Can I ask?
Sure. I'm not going to do any freckles. I can't be bothered.
Can I, because babe, I'm so sorry. I really need to pee.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to talk to you something about, are you going to keep doing this through the pee break, or are we going to have a stop? Like a
You go
break?
pee, and I'm gonna set my face whilst you pee. Bye. Love you. Miss you. So literally all I'm going to do is just put the Jeffree Star setting powder translucent on, and just a little bit. I don't want to look like as much of the cokehead as I did before, spilling this shit all over my face. And try not to go over too much where you just contoured, because then you'll dull it out too much. But just go like around it, I feel. And then like a little bit over the top. And then you're done. And well, I mean, that's how I would do my face when like on like a cash night out, but not like a crazy night out. Oh, and then you've got to set one last time. Or you don't have to. Like, this is all open for interpretation as well. And then just Sorry, I'm a dog. Pan. And boom, done. Luna's ready to go absolutely nowhere, but just sit inside the house and do her podcast with her BFF, Dan. Did you guys enjoy my beauty tutorial? Am I a beauty guru? Am I what you always wanted? Probably not. I'm sorry that you had to put up with this, honestly. Holy shit, there goes my tripod again. Did you have fun? Are we having fun? She's taking a long ass time to pee. She doesn't normally take this long to pee, does she? Or am I usually just more drunk? Or am I more drunk than I usually am? Definitely not more drunk than I usually am. Can you guys get over how fucking wasted I was in episode 3? Because I fucking can't. Like, that is on the internet for life now. Like, Jesus Christ. I've made some bad life choices. Actually, no, that's not a bad life choice. That's just a funny life choice. But, yeah, I don't know. Long last time to pee. Do you guys want us to do more kind of things like this? Do you think it would be fun if we did kind of like what we were talking about in the last one, where I did like Dan, I told Dan what she should put on her face, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I didn't do lips. Let me do lips. So, and Dan will probably come back by the time this is put on too, so that's good. Convenient. Excellent. Am I going to use androgyny, or am I going to use Family Jewels? Which one should I use? These are my two favorites at the moment. Obviously, there's not a lot of difference between the two of them. One is obviously just more of like a brown nude, and then the other one is more of like a pinkish nude. Or should I step out the box? Should I do no, black and red? I don't really feel too much. I will do the androgyny. So let's have a look at what that's gonna look like. I think that's what I was wearing last time when we did an episode 2. This is hiding my wine lips, yay. And voila. All done. So yeah, this was the androgynous shade in Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And she's back! You took 5 billion years to pee. Just letting you know.
If I'm gonna be real, I did check all the Blahdidah stuff because I am nervous about the release. I let's be real, I just checked the Instagram and I was like, oh, Blahdidah's got so many fucking DMs. No, it's just us sharing our fucking Insta stories, but that's cool. That's fine. What's up? Let's go. I'm gonna go it's fine.
So what were you going to say? You had a thing that you wanted to do before you left.
That was
I'm like obsessed with my face right now.
I was going to say, when I came back, y'all look perfect. I'm like sad that I missed out on like the other stuff.
I literally just set my face and applied a lip.
I am going to like go back and edit this and rewatch. So I'm definitely going to see it again. So not even, but you look stunning. Like you always look stunning. You look stunning before you did your makeup, but like next
time.
Don't.
No.
Let me give you compliments about your appearance.
You can compliment me about my appearance, but I did not look stunning before I applied makeup. But you know what?
You absolutely did.
It's fine.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
No, but before you left, you were like, I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
What do you need to talk to me about?
About needing to fucking pee, man. That was it. That was literally. I swear to fucking God, that was it.
Thing.
There was a solid 20 minutes where I let you talk, but because
there was another thing. You were like, I can't rewatch this now, obviously because they're fucking filming it. But
let's talk about a thing. Let's talk about a thing. No, what was that? Oh, I was gonna be like. So we could have done a full bathroom break pause and you could have checked your socials too for all the Blahdidah stuff, but you decided to continue on with the makeup tutorial.
You know what? I'm committed. I'm committed to my new lifestyle choice of a beauty guru.
You are. You're being like, I'm not this, and then you just did it exactly like every other person would, but better because you are more stunning and beautiful and interesting than all of them.
But I mean, I'm not, but I appreciate the compliment. Plus, all my socials are on my phone, and like I'm fucking filming on my phone. I need to get a camera.
I love it so much.
I actually need to get a camera so that. Oh, but then even then it wouldn't work because they're doing it on fucking Zoom. So you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We live, we learn, we love.
That's it. Can you get, is your camera on your iPad very good? No, not really.
It's nowhere near as good as the one on my phone.
Yeah. Like your phone one is better than my laptop one. I just got the new MacBook Air. If it is the Air.
I got whatever the iPhone 10X Max or whatever the fuck that is.
Big ass iPhone, you mean?
Yeah, but I don't have the 11. But I don't really want the 11. So many people were like, oh, why didn't you get the 11? It's so much better. I'm like, it's literally 2 more megapixels, and that's literally the only difference between the two. Like, did I tell you? Oh my God, I don't think I told you. You remember your gig that you had that I filmed for you before all of
the episode will go up when
happened.
I'm more comfortable with myself.
Yeah. Totally get that. So at that gig, I was so drunk. I covered my drunkenness really well that night too, by the way. I was so
you were talking
drunk.
about some mad shit that night.
Anyway, I covered my drunkenness so well, just let me have it. But I really needed to pee, like right before you started playing. Like I had to pee so bad.
Peed, man.
And yeah, well, I did. But when I was going to the bathroom and taking off my jeans, I forgot that my phone was in my back pocket of my jeans. And I was so in need to go to the bathroom that I just fucking ripped off my jeans. And I hear this thunk. My phone went in the toilet.
What?
For the first time of my adult life, I dropped my phone in the toilet. And you know what? It's still fucking working.
You just pulled it straight out, didn't you? Pulled it straight fuck out, shook it off. Oh, good. Did a bit of a wipe with toilet paper, bit on the jeans, ready to go. That's exactly what you did, isn't it? Yeah.
And I put it under the hairdryer as well, just to make sure that there was no moisture.
You got that out so...
Like, fuck.
And then you kept filming.
Starting playing. But I powered through. I fucking powered through.
And there's no difference in the video footage whatsoever.
No, absolutely none.
That's why we get the 10XL, whatever fucking iPhone you have. That's why you didn't get the
Not
11.
The 11 shit.
I don't know if the 11 could have took that, you know?
Love my life.
You are magical and everything you do is perfect. I say that every time. Anytime there's a
I
pause,
know,
I'm just like, I mean it every time as well. So,
but it's just, it's not. But I appreciate, but no, I'm not. And
stop
I love you.
Stop saying the things that are disagreeing with me because you're fucking wrong. I'm just gonna get really aggressive. I'm at that point now, Luna. I'm at that point where I've had that many drinks.
You're Scorpio. Your fucking full moon Scorpio bullshit's coming.
You call it bullshit. Okay, so you know how like you're rising. Oh no, so your rising is like your mask. That's what you appear to be to people, and your sun is like, I don't know, whatever, is what like you are when people I think get to know you. But what your moon is what you probably are closer to being. You know what you are like inside.
Oh, I thought that was your rising.
No, the rising is like what.
No, so your rising is. Yeah, so your rising is what you project.
Yeah.
And your moon is from what I knew of it was how you interact with others in terms of like person to person.
All right,
and
so
then your sun is what you like actually are deep down. But I mean, I could be wrong. But I mean, if you've got more signs that are aligned with your moon or similar to your moon rather than your sun, I guess why maybe that would. I'm pulling shit out of my ass right now.
I love it. Pull it. Okay, so my Mars, like my aggression, pull the shit out. Get it? Y'all weren't present for the conversation we had before the post started recording. It's all good.
Literally.
All right, so we've talked about how like you don't like cancers. My Mars is in Cancer, but that's fine because I'm a girl. So the sun is your ego, identity, and a role in life, but your moon is your emotions, moods, and feelings. So what I see is that like your sun is like what you are once people get to know you. Your rising is what people think you are when they first meet you, like that first initial impression, and that your moon is actually a lot closer to what your actual like traits are. And your moon is Cap.
Cappy. Cap.
So my moon's in Scorpio, which means just like I'm a moody bitch. I don't know why we got onto this. I had a whole follow through about this shit. Anyways, Scorpios are cool. They get a bad rap, but they're nowhere near as bad as like, you know,
Sagittarius.
No, Sagittarius are
saying
fine.
That on behalf of Dan.
I appreciate that. Sagittarius are actually really cool. It's
Can
just
we
that,
all
like...
just?
Can we all? Hold on. Can we all? What?
Can we all just take a moment to appreciate the fact that Dan said on a fucking recording that Sagittarius are fine. After basically every other episode, you're talking smack on my Saggies.
I was burnt, man. I was burnt.
Saggies are amazing.
I think I'm at a place now where I've had Saggies far away from me, and it's just not like, it's just, I'm feeling good. Got a lot of Libras in my life, you know? A lot of Libras. They make me feel real happy. Me and Libras get on.
Because we're awesome.
You are awesome.
Pisces and Libra, amazing friends. Pisces and Libra, honestly, I've been there. I've tried that. It's not worth it. But friendship-wise, when you're both like either one of you is developed or the other one is like on their way to being developed or something like that, you're groovy. You're fine.
I think we got.
But if you're both, what were you gonna say? No, you go.
I feel like it's because we've got so many things in common. That whole like people pleasing type thing, you know, where we're adaptable to like different people because we are trying to like be nice, I guess. You know, and it's the fact that it's not like. Earth and fire are very, I think, like, Libra is air, isn't it? Libra's an air sign. Yep. They're a little bit more like, they've got room to move around, you know? Earth and fire are just like, they're like that way or that way, you know? They're very just intense, whereas I feel like waters and air are kind of similar in the way that they kind of can, like, move and mutate and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it works.
Absolutely.
I was like, I can smell burning. I can smell burning. And it's because my incense is burning down to like the wood bit. And like the wood started burning. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like proper fire now. No, it's not. It's all good. We started this around 8. We're at 2 hours in. I'm ready to go for a third hour though. Like I'm fucking.
Me too. I'm ready. I'm pumped. I'm excited.
I'm like some episode 3 vibes right now. I've had so much alcohol.
I haven't had so I haven't had as much alcohol as you, granted.
Catch up.
But I'm feeling it. I'm down.
Sometimes
let's do a recap of our weeks.
Okay.
How has your week been? What have you done this week that has brought you joy? You don't have to go into specifics about the situation, but has there been something this week that has brought you joy? Why has that thing, without going into specifics, brought you joy? Have you come to some kind of like fucking life-altering thing that has just been like, man, I get it now? Because I feel like this happens around full moon for so many people, like myself included, whether at first it seems like a negative but then it's actually a positive, or it seems like a positive and then is actually a fucking negative. Like the week or two before full moon, even if I don't fucking know it's a full moon until the night of, I'm just like, man, shit is fucking whack right now. But then it all just kind of, as soon as I find out it's full moon, I'm like, it's all fucking making sense now. All makes sense.
I think that like the thing that happened for me this week is that everything just went, like I just had really good communication with everyone, everything that happened, especially about things that had kind of been bringing me some kind of stress or anxiety. Everything just kind of worked out in a really good way. And I'm glad that I'm at that point. I don't know if it was this week or I just went into everything being like, I want to actually bring my best self into this and make sure that every action that I take leads to a positive outcome. Even though that when the initial things happen, I might feel stressed. So whether that be talking with this person or that person or my boss, like I've had some issues at work. I've had some issues with certain friendships and relationships, and I'm like, I don't know when it's happening. I just get, I'm 0 or 100. Like I have no in between. I just either don't give a shit, or I am like so in love or so in hate or so in frustrated that like it's overwhelming. But I managed to like bring myself down, or I have really good people around me that can bring myself down where I'm like, okay, I actually really care about this thing, I'm going to try and talk about it and be as honest, but like as honest and positive as I possibly can be. Sometimes it's hard to get that, but like if you really care and love something so much, you can be honest and still be really positive about it. It's especially if you really care about it, you know? And just, I feel like that's been a big theme.
It's like
for
realizing, realizing that you can have like that open and honest communication with like literally anyone in your life. And if you can't have that open and honest communication, then is that relationship, whether it be professional, personal, emotional, family, whatever, like, is that relationship really serving the purpose that you thought it was serving if you can't communicate openly and honestly with them? Like, is that kind of where you're at with that?
Yes.
Maybe
I think it's more coming into it being like, rather than trying to be confrontational like I might have been in the past with similar kinds of issues, it's like I'm going to be honest, but I'm manifesting and wanting a positive outcome from this. And if the other person it takes it the wrong way, then I know that I went into it wholeheartedly not wanting for that to happen, you know? So there were conversations around my work, things that have been really frustrating me in the past few weeks that finally got around. That was the thing we were going to talk about. We were going to talk about work and changing that, but we never got around to it. We might get around to it, yes. That have been frustrating me, and my boss totally heard me and made some adjustments and was so understanding, and it just meant I really had a really good week. I got to talk to all of my other uni students, and it was one of their last weeks that I was going to see them this trimester, and it was just, that was today, and it was actually really heartwarming when I was like, thank you for everything this trimester. I hope that you stay on next trimester despite the lockdown and the pandemic. And all of them were really excited to like have me next trimester, and they're all asking like, am I going to still have you? And I'm like, oh my God, I really hope so. And it was just like, some of them I was just really moved because I want to keep them forever. I know that that's not realistic to have students for forever, but like, it was just really nice moments. And just like, I had a moment with you where I felt like we needed to talk some stuff out just in terms of where we both are. And I was definitely a bit worried about how that conversation would go, but I knew that like, if I was honest and I was positive about it, because I cared about this, that it would go really well. And you were just so amazing through the whole process. And it was just a huge relief that like everything was just like even better than I could have imagined. And I feel like not only are we stronger as friends, but the pod's going to be even more positive moving forward now that we've sorted all that stuff. It's just made me learn that like positive, but sometimes it's super honest. Like if there's something you need to say, you got to say it. But as long as what you're aiming for is a positive outcome and you're not looking to start a fight, like that's it. I think it's something I needed to learn as an adult. That's just been the big theme of this week. It's just honest and positive interactions. It's hard to do that.
Do you, maybe I'm delving, maybe you don't want to go this deep, but because of the fact that you have basically been in a relationship for the entirety of your adult life, and the types of relationships that you've been in, do you feel like now that you've been single for like a actual period of time that you like that before when you were in a relationship, because of the way that you are when you're in a relationship, actually prevented you from learning this lesson sooner? Like, is what I'm kind of trying to say. Does that make sense?
Yes, 100%. I feel like committed relationships. So go on. What are you going to say?
I was just going to say also, every time I say in an episode, like, or does this make sense? You should have a fucking shot.
Yes. Every time I touch my hair also. That's why I'm touching my hair more than I should. Every time I'm like touching my hair, I'm like, do I feel bad? No. Fucking drink.
Make a drinking game out of our fucking little fucking ticks or whatever you want to call it that we have. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
I think that relationships can get very complicated in the way that you obsess about maybe it's just me in the relationships that I've been in or what I'm bringing to the table, but I feel, and when I say you, I'm referring to myself, but in this relationship dynamic, you feel responsible for the other person's happiness. And in the past, I've generally been with people as well who also feel the same way. Like, if I'm not happy, they think that that's their fault. And sometimes you can get defensive about that. So there might have been situations with past boyfriends where I come to them with an issue that's bothering me, and rather than them being like, I accept and validate where you're at and understand that it might be why you're acting a certain way, which was maybe my initial intention of bringing that to the table. Might not have been, sometimes I might have come at it fully combative and really emotionally manipulative and wanted them to feel bad because they made me feel bad. I'm not about to like exclude myself from being fucking awful bitch sometimes, yeah?
Because everyone has been an awful bitch sometimes, and like there's no point in like not being honest about that. Like, but it's just part of it.
It is. Or you can be however. But I feel like in the past have felt, inevitably, I felt like bringing up my emotions was like a bad thing, was a non-constructive thing. And I feel like maybe I came from it from a combative point of view, but I also, from all of that and the responses I've often gotten from that, it's come across as I just shouldn't have brought it up at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm crazy and I'm irrational and I'm this way or that the other way. And now that
You're actually not.
I'm actually fucking not, okay? Because some people are okay. And I can talk to Luna and be like, I think this is a thing. And she's just like, okay, so that's okay. What can we do about that? How can I help you navigate the fact that you don't like being told what to do? And she completely validated me, didn't make me feel bad about my neuroses or anything. And I didn't want to like expect her to change her actions, because I don't want anyone to change who they are to cater to me. But the fact that she just accepted it, didn't make it a big deal, like, yeah, you fucking do that all the time and you're such a fucking bitch for it, like, fuck, like, it was just really nice to have a reaction that was, not to say that, like, don't want you all making assumptions about my past boyfriends, but like, it was just nice to be heard about the thing that I am clearly self-conscious about, and she is willing to make the room for it. I'm not saying that everyone should, I'm just saying that some people are willing to do that, and that's nice. It's really fucking nice.
Yeah.
And it's great to find those people that are willing to be patient and go with you on your journey. That's just really fucking just nice.
It's like, again, not trying to talk shit on your ex-partners or friends, and same with me, well, not all of them, but you've got to, like, there are going to be people who won't put up with your shit. And you know what? That's fine. Because there are going to be people who shit that you're not going to put up with either. And that means that you're just not meant to be on that journey with each other. But then there are other people, like I know with like me and you, like, you're like, you always talk about how you're like ride or die when it comes to like your relationships. You're fucking one of my ride or dies. Like,
I love you.
I am not no, and I genuinely mean that. Like, I'm not one of those people who, in whether it be a romantic or a friendship sense, is gonna have like one ride or die. Like, I love people. I love being loved. I love giving love to others. I can't just have like one partner in crime, whether it be like romantically or friendship wise. Like, there will be connections that I will have with some people that will be stronger than others. But I personally don't think that there is one ride or die. You've got a different ride or die depending on your situation. And Dan is definitely one of my fucking ride or dies.
Yes,
so if she yes, if she has shit that she needs to sort out, or if I have shit that I need to sort out, or she wants to talk about or wants to talk to me about, like, I need to be open to that. Otherwise, I'm losing out on this fucking amazing relationship that I have with someone. And, like, why would I choose when, honestly, there's no, like, I mean, every single relationship ever, not just mine and Dan's, but, like, every relationship that you have with someone is going to have ups and downs. But when the ups outweigh the downs, why would I choose to focus on a relatively minor down when there are so many fucking positives if we acknowledge the down that's happening and fucking work through it together, because we are fucking ride or die. Exactly.
I love that you keep referring to me as a ride or die, and I love that. But I love, what I love most is that, like, I know you refer to me as ride or die, and I am so okay with being one of your, like, 6 ride or dies, you know? Because I know that that's how you are. And, like, honestly, you call me a ride or die, and that's how I am. And I feel like you think that, like, I have, like, this whole monogamy thing in my head, and I definitely do for the most part, like 80% of the time. But I also love. I love
when it comes
love. That
it depends on the
relationship.
relationship.
That falling in love feeling.
Yeah.
That doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ain't that the truth?
Maybe I'll find a ride or die, and that's gonna feel like that the whole time.
But do you honestly think that it feels like that all the time? I think that you can have that amazing falling in love feeling with someone regardless of whether they're your ride or die. But then if they're your, like, ride or die, or, like, one of your ride or dies, like it is more appropriately with me anyway, you have a completely different feeling. Whereas, like, you get that, like, oh my God, I love you so much feeling, but also you get that feeling of, like, fucking wow, like, we've been through some shit together, but I still fucking appreciate you so much as a human being. And I think that that's more powerful than that original, like, oh my God, like, these emotions are so crazy feeling that you get when you first, like, fall in love with a person, in my opinion. And that's why I don't, and again, if you want to be monogamous, fucking be monogamous. But that's why I'm trying to not now limit myself, because I think that we don't need to do that. We've evolved enough. Like, fucking, again, like monkeys who are like a step down from us on the evolutionary, like, ladder, or whatever you want to call it. Like, multiple partners. They're fucking happy as Larry. Maybe if we had multiple partners, we wouldn't have had almost 3 world wars and be killing the fucking planet that we live in. Did anyone think about that? Probably not. But, you know, it's just me drinking my wine on a fucking, what night is it? Wednesday?
It's a Thursday. No,
Thursday.
It's
Thursday night.
You lose track of days.
It's isolation, I tell you.
Not to, like, no, I'm going to say that last because I don't want to undercut everything that you said. But it's very at the front of my mind, and I feel like that's unfair on you and the things that you said. I'm burping a lot. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to burping.
I am going to undercut everything that you said.
No. But then I had so many thoughts while you're saying stuff like, I don't know about the evolutionary monkey stuff because, like, I'm all about my alien ancient civilization theories, which we might get into, might not get into.
Well, I mean, also,
but if you're into down with
also
that. Cool. Yeah.
Like, I think that there is, like, biologically speaking, I think that we come from chimpanzees. But I think that we have been, like, influenced by cultures that we don't know about. Not necessarily saying that they're alien, but
definitely are, but that's cool. That's fine. We don't need to
Look,
deep dive down into that.
I love the conspiracy rabbit hole, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to be semi-realistic here.
Wow. Are you saying that like ancient civilizations are
No,
like not real?
absolutely.
You don't even know.
No.
Hold up. We don't even know. Our history, like the history of the fucking earth is so fucking long. And how fucking far back does our history go?
Yeah.
Fucking
that's
dinosaurs, meteor, suddenly we're here. Are you fucking no. And then we have all of these like Egypt, ancient Egypt. We're just gonna pretend like that wasn't a thing. And what
do you
tell me that like extensive technology didn't fucking build the fucking pyramids? And then Atlantis is just fucking bullshit. Don't even start with me. We were not the first human or like, you know, humanoid civilization to be here. We were not. Our history really goes so far back, and it wasn't just like chimpanzees and then us. There was so many other different like 5,000 year cycles. 5,000 year cycles. That's what it is. But like that's for everyone subscribed to Gaia. They're not
okay.
They're not. I'm so deep in this rabbit hole. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Go.
I'm not disputing what you're saying by like there were other civilizations that were existing, but I think that we like this, like us, you, me, we derived from a chimpanzee form. We may have been visited by other civilizations that were more advanced, but I personally, based off my knowledge, I haven't subscribed to Gaia because I'm too broke to do that currently, but I personally haven't looked into that. So I can't say whether I do or don't believe, but I think that it is like more than 50% likely that it has happened.
Can I give you a real drunk breakdown of some quick shit
yeah,
right now?
Go for it.
You know about reptilians, yeah? You know about the reptilians, yeah? And the reptilians, okay.
Yeah.
So you know about the Garden of Eden story?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, wait, which, like...
The garden,
Eve,
Adam, Eve, fucking apple,
yeah.
and the snake. So, obviously this is in hieroglyphs and stuff, so this is me very drunk explaining this. Different translations mean that like the paradise and the Eden just refers to a fucking garden, yeah? And that the God wasn't so much God as it was gods, as in this like higher fucking species that created animals that they put in a garden, they put in this one space to work, as in like a slave thing. And that Adam translates into animal, considered fucking animals, yeah? And then there was one person that they refer to as Inky. I'm so deep in these conspiracies. Think what you want of me, whatever. I don't know. This is more fun like believing this shit than it is like not thinking that it is. This is fun for me, all right? It's fun. All right. So the whole snake thing refers to the reptilians because they look like snakes. And the whole like there's the tree of knowledge, which was like the tree that the snake was
where
on.
the apple came from.
And the tree of life. You've heard of the tree of life, yes? That's a very fucking hippie thing to be on about, yep. So
I'm also Celtic, so the tree of life is like me as a human being, but yes.
So they refer to those things as like those are the two key things to being like immortal and being like the gods. One being knowledge, two being like life. And then there was a snake that went to Eve, being the female of the animals that were the workers, that were the lower things that they kept in the garden, which they called paradise, but really just translates into the place where they fucking kept the animals. This was like a breeded fucking race just to work, yeah? And so there was this one reptile that like took care of them all and loved them and cared for them and wanted to give them knowledge, which we know from the Bible story. The snake came and was like, you're going to get all this knowledge if you eat this piece of fruit. So this reptile went to the women, knowing that the women cared for the children. The women told the stories to the children and gave the women knowledge. Knowledge being like mainly tools. Tools are good and bad. Tools can help you, can cut wood and all these things, but tools are also weapons. So these are very divisive things. These are good and bad things, yeah? and gave the knowledge to the woman. This was not knowledge that the gods wanted the animals to have, yeah, because they bred these to be slaves to work, yeah? That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
They didn't want that, yeah? The whole underlying theme of the trees is that if you have the knowledge and you have the tree of life, then you become a god, and that the tree of life is that key to immortality and all of that, unlocking your full capacity for power and like being able to like control your biology so that you can live forever.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what the tree of life is supposed to be about. I'm not so deep in the conspiracy, I haven't watched the whole thing or whatever, but that's the kind of basis of it, that like, and in turn, like the gods threw the animals out of the garden because like, fuck you, you have this knowledge now, so you can get out, we don't want you, and over time sent floods to try and destroy what they had created because they became too powerful. They gave them all this like sentient knowledge, but didn't want them to have knowledge of how to use tools and mill grain to make flour and all these different things. But some of the reptiles, snake and all of that, wanted them to know that. And then there were all these different like types of beings, fish type beings that you can see in hieroglyphs that you can relate to being like Atlantis type whatevers, and then the bird ones being like Ra and all of that, different types of humanoids. But yeah, that's what I think, that we were like bred to be slaves and then we like, yeah, but like that, I just like that whole thing, I was just like, whoa. And then like how we're taught to think that like that snake was Satan for wanting to give us like all this bad stuff and corrupting us, when really it was just trying to give us knowledge that can be used for good or bad. And then they spun the whole story to be like, no, the people that created us and made us to be slaves, that's God. The person that gave us that evil knowledge, that's Satan. And then when I learned about this, I'm like, okay, Satanism takes a whole new meaning for me. I don't adhere to anything, just why? I'm just like, I fucking trip over all different conspiracy theories. I'm just fucking ready for anything. That's where I stand. And that's what I've gotten into lately. That's what I've been doing with my lockdown. Let's get into this shit. What do you think? Did I rock you well? Just like a tiny bit? Or are you just like, this is trash, we came from monkeys?
I don't know what to believe anymore, honestly.
I just gave you some fucking shit right now, didn't I?
Because like, it's a lot.
It's a fucking lot. It's a fucking lot.
But then it's also just like, because
it sounds like better when you hear the background stuff. I'm drunk. Go on. But as much as like, I think the Bible is a whole lot of bullshit. Like, no offense if you want to believe Christianity or whatever fucking Catholic-based originally religion you want to believe, go for it. Honestly, your life, you do you. But it all just sounds really like too conveniently similar to that for me to be able to like believe that is the one and only thing. And like, obviously maybe that came first, maybe the Catholicism Bible shit came after, but I mean, it just, I don't know, I would have to see the original thing to be able to give my like honest opinion on it. Maybe we could do a Luna Reacts. We should do I'm going to share it to you, and it's going to be Luna Reacts to fucking Gaia Ancient Civilizations. I'm going to share it to you because Gaia lets you do that. I need to pee so fucking bad. I needed to pee before I fucking went into that bed.
I need to pee too.
3, 2, 1. I love you.
And I'm back. And Jan's back. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm so
Are you good?
drunk. I'm so drunk. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. New topic.
Also, did you Did you forget? Because I kind of forgot. We just fucking released our videos.
Oh, I did not forget. I did not forget at all.
Oh, it's a thing. It's a fucking real life IRL thing. Right now, we are on the internet, and I don't know how to feel about that. But I love it.
Our episode 4 has like the most amount of views, which is exactly 10. Considering it's been like 3 hours, like sure, fine, 10 views. But like I didn't think the
episode 3 at?
3 is at 6 views.
It's probably because people lose interest in how much shit that I'm talking.
No, not at all. Everyone loves you so much. You
peed so much through that episode. Like, I had to just...
Or episode 4?
No, episode 3.
Yeah, I did. I pee a lot. That's a thing. Sorry, guys. You know what? My boos out there who need to pee a lot, they're just like, yes, get it. We're best friends. That's why I'm doing it for them. I'm fucking doing it for them, you know?
Also, when I went to the bathroom, I got to see my makeup in proper lighting, and I'm like not mad at how it turned out because I actually got to see it and like experience it.
I love it. I love it. Let's talk about some shit. Actually, while we're talking about some shit, I'm gonna shuffle the cards. So I bought, because I went on a fucking shopping spree and I spent like $500 one night, and I was
yes.
Oh my god! The other thing I was going to talk about. So
okay,
I did online shopping. I bought 2 new decks. One of them being, I think it's called like the Everyday Witch or like the New Witch or something, but it's basically Rider Waite, except they're like chicks and dudes, and it's all like the same imagery, but like new and contemporary. And so like the 10 of Swords, for example, which is the one where the person is lying with a bunch of swords in them. You know that one?
Yep. Sorry.
I'll find it.
It's all like the same imagery, but it's new and it's
No, it's like, I'll get what you mean. So it's like, it's the same symbology. Like it's the exact same image, except, all right, hold on. Where are you?
Done in a different art style?
No, it's the same kind of style, except instead of being some random fucking dude, it's a girl lying there with her phone.
Oh
yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's just contemporary, or like that's actually, it's the same image, but a girl with her hair everywhere, and she's like looking at her phone, like she's like destroyed by that kind of thing. So it's like it's the same image, but it's just done in like a slightly new way. Or like there would be a girl with like a witch hat on her head, and it's just like it's a girl instead of a guy.
Cute.
It's still the same relatable symbols, except just put in a slightly more contemporary sense, and it's just got a little bit more meaning. And then I think there's a set that I think that Tarotverse also uses, where it's just a little bit more like fantasy-esque, like a little bit esoteric, like cool. But like
we like both Froth for Tarotverse so much.
I fucking love it. He's just so good. I am so close. I'm just waiting for the next payday, and I want to do like a personal reading. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm sure it's gonna be fucking fantastic. I really,
if you get it and it's good, I'll probs do one.
I will. Because I've become a member for Tarotverse. I don't even care.
You were telling me, yeah.
He released this latest video of him just like, and it's just him like, because he's got the Tarotversalis, which is just the videos he does for that community. Oof, sorry, cards dropped. And it's just okay. Like, it's different from just reading. Sometimes he's just talking about stuff, and he gave this chat about like something that he saw and a realization that he came to, and a kind of epiphany that he had, and just a thought process that vaguely had something to do with tarot, but mostly just like life lesson type stuff that he kind of learned for himself. I swear to fucking God, it was the best video he'd ever made. It was just like, whoa, all right. And yeah, I'm giving very little away right now because y'all should go support him, because he's just giving knowledge and like comfort, and like I want to support him.
Well, that's it. Like, I mean,
it's just good.
Like every single reading that I've seen by him, and granted, I haven't been watching him for that long, but every single reading that he's done has been relevant. Like you said, whether it's been relevant at the time that I watched it or relevant after, it's just kind of like, oh, okay. It all makes sense now.
Yes. Yes.
And they're the best kind of readings, in my opinion, anyway. Like, even if at the time when you get them, you're like, oh, that's not right. Like, a couple of weeks, 3 months, even 6 months, even a fucking year later, you're just like, oh, holy shit. Like, I get that. Like, 100%. I've had that.
100%. And I'm so about it. I'm so about
100%.
I've actually, since I've been watching those and I've just been letting YouTube run, and that's how I kind of came to the point where I was like, sometimes I don't even want to watch stuff. I just want to have a voice talking in the background. So if that's what this is to you, if we're just voices in the background, awesome. So I love having that.
We're happy to be your background noise.
Yes, I love fucking falling asleep to just someone just kind of talking in the background. I don't want something super engaging. But some other cool tarot readers that are awesome, and I feel like weirdly self-conscious that I'm like saying that that's the thing that I watch, and like definitely not all of them are relevant, but there are some other really cool readers out there, and I think that it's okay because it's not a special talent to be able to look into that stuff. All of like the universal consciousness is there for all of us to look into. We all have the ability to look into it, you know. It's not something special, it's just something that you can do, and if you try and do it, you can do it better. And I'm so happy for other people to be able to do it who are better than me, to help me learn how to do that. But I don't think it's this special talent, and we shouldn't be like, oh, just because everyone's doing it, that is all bullshit. No.
Yeah.
Some people, like, we all can do it. We absolutely all can do it if we work towards it. The more practiced you are, the better you can do it, you know?
Well, I think that that's literally just it. Like, I think that because of the way that our society has been made to function and run, it's been made to come across like it is like this special talent, like, oh my God, this is like such an amazing gift that these people have. But you're so right. Every single person has this gift. Every single person can get in touch with this part of themselves. They just have to be willing to accept it and actually like reach out, as well as receive what comes from that. Because it's not just as simple as you reading cards and understanding what comes from that. Like, there's a lot of give and take. Like what we were talking about in either, I don't know, I've lost track of episodes. But in one of the episodes we mentioned, like, reading another person's card, let alone your own. Like, just don't even think about reading your own right now, but reading another person's card. You have to read that person. If you want to do it accurately, you have to read that person's entire energy. You can't just see a picture on a card and be like, oh, yep, that's what it is. Like, as much as I am, as I said in that episode, by the book, like, I'm by the book in the sense that I see the meaning of the card from the book, but then I pick up what that other person is putting down as to how I read that for them. Like, it's just, and I mean, that's just, as I said, how I do it. But then everyone else who reads fucking cards is so different. The people who actually genuinely read cards, because there are plenty of people out there who read cards who do it for like bullshit. But that's the same with any fucking industry, regardless of what it is.
Every industry, yes.
And it sucks and it's shit, but like, that's just us as human beings. There are some of us who are more evolved, more in touch with that whole like, I'm not yawning because I'm tired. I'm yawning because I got up early this morning. More in touch with like that community side, that more like what you were just saying, like that whole like vibe of like being in touch with others rather than just being like in touch with themselves. But then there are people, and I mean, if you want to be like that, go for it, who are literally all they care about is themselves and like their personal gain. And as much as I say, like, go for it, do what you want to do, like, that's fucking shit. Like,
isn't it though? Isn't it like we're not all connected to each other? Like, you should only be thinking about yourself. Like, no, you should absolutely not be.
But like, we are all connected with each other, and you should be focusing on what is important to you for your personal growth. But don't let the
don't let the squares get you down. But don't let.
It's just like, if you want to grow as a person, absolutely grow as a person. But don't be confused between growth and personal gain. They're two totally separate things.
You just dropped some fucking wisdom right there. Your lives are showing right now that's like some of the realest shit I've heard in a very long time.
But am I wrong though?
You're not. You are so right. Just say it again for the people in the back.
Don't mistake personal growth for personal gain. Like, there's a difference between the two. It's a fine fucking line. Like, it's like literally like this fucking thin, but there is a line between those two things. And just because you're benefiting yourself doesn't mean that you're benefiting everyone else around you. And you need to make sure that you are benefiting other people around you. Otherwise, is it really actually personal growth? Or is it just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
I think that like you should take the way you should calculate personal growth in terms of also the way that you should calculate personal gain is by how many lives you positively impact.
Exactly.
Not a money thing.
Exactly.
Not a money thing.
Exactly.
How many lives are you positively impacting?
But because of our fucking commercialism, the society that we live in, it's all about what comes into your fucking bank account. But it's actually not. It's not. That doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. You can be poor as shit when you grow up. You can spend your entire life being poor as fucking shit. You can be 99 fucking years old. Wow, can't talk. Too much wine. And be poor as shit. But if you haven't done things in your life that make you happy in a way that isn't just putting dollar bills into your bank account and improving the lives around you, then actually what kind of fucking person are you? Like, are you actually a person, or are you some kind of other being? Not a sentient fucking being, that's for sure. But like, you're just, I don't know. I'm not about it.
Not about it. This is the last part I was talking about, that black blood magic money bullshit. All of this is fucked. It's all just keeping us as slaves. The second I fucking got any fucking uni debt, credit card debt that I've got to pay off, just part of the fucking system, I'm working to pay off my fucking way, and I just have to keep fucking working until the day I die to pay off this fucking shit. Especially as a fucking musician. Like, there is no middle class for musicians. You're like fucking low class or you're fucking up. There's no middle. There's no fucking middle unless you're working like 2 or 3 different jobs. Guess which bitch is working 2 jobs? Like, money is evil. Money is evil. Money is evil. We should be working in small communities. You know what? Do you know fucking what, though? You know why New Zealand is so fucking dope? Do you want to know why New Zealand is so fucking dope?
Because it's a small country.
It's as big as fucking Victoria. This follows my fucking point. Countries should be smaller. The states should be fucking countries, and we should live in small communities and have Jacinda Ardern just run all of us because she's so good. Go on.
Like, I love you and I agree with you. And I'm not trying to counteract the point that I just made. But I totally get it though, because like I fucking love money. I love being able to spend shit on myself to make myself feel better, to buy myself clothes, buy myself shoes, buy myself fucking makeup, buy myself a bottle of fucking wine, buy myself whatever the fuck I want to buy myself. But at the end of the day, and I mean, this is going to have to be some like personal growth shit for some people who are watching this. But like at the end of the day, does that bottle of wine, does that pair of whatever fucking shoes you've got, does that dress that you buy, does that pile of dresses that you buy, does that 21 pairs of shoes, does that 22 Jeffree Star makeup palettes and the fucking Dolls Kill order that you just made, does that actually make you feel better long term, or does that just make you feel better for like maybe a day, maybe if you're lucky 3 months, maybe even 6 months to a year? But does that actually fill that void, that gap that you have in your life that would be made better, that would actually be fulfilled if you put in and received, not just put out, but received what you needed from those around you? Dropping some real bombs.
That's it. That's part of the evil and part of the workings of the fucking blood magic that is behind the fucking money system that keeps us enslaved. Not only do we feel like we need to keep doing it because of our debt, but it somehow makes us feel good when we have it, because it makes us feel this sense of fulfillment where there is lack, because when we have a lack of it, we feel like we don't have things, so that when we finally have the opportunity to buy things, we suddenly feel fulfilled. It's all part of this like cycle that just feeds itself, that makes us convince ourselves that money is a good thing. No. If we connected with each other and fulfilled ourselves in the way that we should be, we wouldn't need things to fill that gap, you know?
But again, playing the devil's advocate, the majority of us, given that there's how many fucking billion of us on the planet right now, know how to do that?
Of course not. But that's the thing, is like, we've had money for so long. You know what fucks me
But then
most?
how long? But then how long is it going to take for us to be able to build that connection with each other again? And then because of the relationship that we have had with this commercialist lifestyle that we have, do we even have time to build that up based off of the damage that we have done to this planet? It's without things like us. As much as I hate to say it,
us.
But isn't it though?
Okay.
Because
no,
I think it
not.
Like, I mean, I think it is to a certain degree.
We have to do what we have to do to survive. You have to pay rent. I have to pay bills. At a certain point, yes, we do have a choice on whether or not we're recycling, but it is not us on a personal level with our recycling that's doing the damage. It's not. It's the big corporations. Okay, so this comes from a really trivial place, but it fucking rocks me to my core. There was this movie with Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried called, I don't know, something about time. and it's all about how time is a currency. And the whole theme behind it is that time is a currency. And some people have a lot of it, and some people have like none of it, and they just time out and then they fucking die on the street. Yeah.
Is that like that? Oh, I feel like I know the movie that you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called. Yep.
Yeah.
Insert in the screen somewhere if we can be bothered.
I watched it because I like Justin Timberlake, and I actually think he's a really good actor, and I think he's a really talented guy, and I also love Amanda Seyfried because she's great. The whole theme of the movie is that in order for some people to be immortal, some people have to die. Which to me, if time is money, in order for some people to be rich, some people have to be poor. In order for the rich people to hold the wealth and to keep making money, there needs to be people like me who are in debt that need to keep working a certain amount of hours for them to keep making their cut, so that I can slowly over time, but actually never ever pay what I actually need to and get to a point. And maybe there are some people who are lucky enough, and I'm a pretty fucking middle class, you know, I'm in no position to fucking complain. There are a lot of people who are stuck in this cycle of inevitable debt, inevitable fucking red, who have to work a certain amount of hours. They have to. They absolutely have to. And the businesses don't make money off paying people a fair wage. There aren't articles and fucking scandals in the newspaper of people not paying fair wages because the rich are fine. The rich want to keep getting richer. They want to fucking rip people off so that they can keep accumulating their money. In order for some people to have a lot of money, some people have to have not amount of money. And that comes from the whole thing of like the gold standard. Let's say that there's a fixed amount of gold in the world, and the people who have a lot of gold want to have even more of the gold. Where the fuck is that going to come from? It's going to mean that the other people have to have less gold for the other people to have gold. That's not even including the fact that we're not even on the fucking gold standard anymore, and countries just fucking printing money. Where the fuck from? And who decides who has the fucking money? Like, it's all fucked up. We're literally fucking... I'm so drunk. Everything with money is wrong, okay?
So what would you, like, honestly though, if you could, would you go back to like the trade that we used to do?
I don't know what would go back. I'm really in no position to say, because I don't think that... You're playing the videos. It's fine. It's fine. That's our theme music. Thank you, Riley Suden, for that. I think that socialism and communism doesn't work because, for example, I'm a singer in a community. Beyonce is a singer in that same community. Who's gonna get more work? Beyonce. Yeah? And it's not fair to say that just because I'm in the same profession as her, that I'm going to get more work as her because she is more talented at the thing. If someone is better at doing a thing than another person and they get more work for it, I don't think that they should be punished for that thing. Yeah?
Can I don't know if this is related. I've had a lot of wine also. But...
Are you about to talk smack about Beyonce? Because I'm not about to have it. I will rip you apart, but sure, go on.
Okay, maybe then I shouldn't say anything.
What are you going to say? Let's just go. Let's go. We're at that point. Let's go.
But I love Beyonce. I genuinely, she's a fucking queen. At the end of the day, Rihanna's my queen. When we're talking about like that kind of a deal, Riri is always my number one. B, I love her, but she's not like, it's a different kind of relationship, so I can't realistically compare the two. But she goes she has for a very, 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 very long time gone on about how, like, not repressing women, like, again, I'm gonna be completely fucking honest here. I'm white. I am not part of the whole, like, racial, like, I don't understand it in the way that people of color would, but I completely support their notion behind it. Her clothing line that she had, slave labor. In Indian
yeah,
workshops,
that
I
hit
believe.
me. That hit me hard.
Like, I know maybe I'm not the right person to bring this up, but, like,
okay,
to me, that's hypocrisy.
Okay, let's fucking talk about the textile industry for a sec. Okay, let's go into it, because let's be real, I'm wearing a fucking shirt from factory right now. Let's not pretend like their clothes weren't made at a place where they're paying very, very unfair wages. What's fucked up about the textile industry is if you stop buying from the textile industry. And this is what's fucked up. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying it's a very complex, fucked up situation, is that the people that are working for the small amount of money, who need that small amount of money, stop getting that small amount of money.
Yeah, and that's the catch-22.
It's an absolute catch-22. Like, what the fuck do you do at that point? And I agree that it's fucked up that she would feed into that and use that as a system to get her clothes made. But so does Nike. So does, like, everyone. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying that it's all fucked. What do we do?
But, like, that's the thing. Like, all these people who are like, yes, we should stand up for X, Y, and Z, but then they do things like produce clothing labels, produce fucking makeup in some cases, produce whatever product they're producing from those things that they are advertising that they're against. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand the hypocrisy. Like, it really fucking gets me. Like, I mean, granted, the whole Beyonce thing was only brought to my attention a couple of weeks ago, but it has happened before. It's similar to what I was talking about at the beginning of the episode with, like, Kat Von D. Like, again, just from my knowledge, I'm not saying that this is law. I'm not trying to fucking get sued. It's just, this is from what I have read, from what I have heard. Like, why do you say one thing and then the next minute you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and that's completely objecting to what you were originally standing for? Like, for me, that's a morality issue and an ethics issue. Like, by this point in time, if you haven't fucking figured it out and you're watching, I'm vegan. I don't eat animal products. I try my very, 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 very best to have no animal-derived products in my life. I'm not saying that you have to do that. I'm not trying to influence anyone in that way to do that. But I wholeheartedly believe that if you, and I know that Dan doesn't, and I'm not saying that she is a bad person for not being vegan, and I'm not saying anyone's a bad person for not being vegan, but based off my morals and where they align and my ethics, I don't agree with, like, this double standard, regardless of whether it's to do with animals or whether it's regards to do with other people. Like, I'm not about it.
I think that this really goes hand in hand with my whole idea that like we should not have countries as big as they are. We should have small communities in which the issues of every individual are addressed. So like in New Zealand, I don't feel like there are big sweatshops because it's a small enough country where people are going to care enough about those individual workers, whether they be 100 or 2,000 people, they're going to care enough, you know? So if there's a certain population, there's certain people. Same thing goes with animals. If you have a small population and it's not about having 1,000 fucking animals so that you can kill and slaughter and export to different countries. No. You're not worried about that. You're not worried about exporting to other different countries and like benefiting this huge fucking nation. You're concerned with the people there. Yeah? So you're not going to be doing these like absolutely inhumane and like absolutely animalistic, like awful things to animals because you're not trying to feed beyond your fucking means. You are concerned with your population, you know? And that's just, I think that everything just fucking smaller scale shit, you know?
Okay, but I mean, and again, like maybe I've had too many wines to be talking about this.
Feed it to me. Let's go.
But do you think, and I mean, I did somehow accidentally convince you to quit smoking, so maybe I'll convince you.
Okay, let's be real about, the quitting smoking thing. Okay, I quit smoking because my voice got better. My singing voice got better. That was the legitimate reason why I quit smoking.
But
I stopped smoking.
You to quit smoking?
It was like a number of things. It was you saying stuff about your family member who did this, whatever, which rejogged my memory of how there is a history of that stuff in my family, which made me in general quit smoking tobacco. But that was hand in hand with other devices that I had to smoke, other things, which I think definitely helped. Also financially, it's a fucking dope thing, but I think the biggest thing was that like once I started doing it, I don't think I would have stopped fully smoking if I wasn't a singer. I don't think that was the biggest motivation to stop, because a week in, my voice changed. My voice became fucking butter, and that's the biggest thing. And that's why I'm fine with my friends around me smoking, because I know that a lot of them don't have that same motivation. I honestly would not have stopped and fully stopped if I wasn't a singer, because there is such a massive difference to my voice. That is the only thing stopping me from smoking again, is that I don't want to risk not having my voice be as fucking dope and easy to control as it is now. That's the big trigger for me. But you saying stuff and other people saying stuff and other big things, they were absolutely triggers to make me initially stop. Yes.
Yeah.
But the biggest one was the singing.
No, and I mean, that's totally fair, considering that that's what you want to fucking do with your life. I 100% get that and support that. Because if you haven't already noticed, this girl has a fucking beautiful voice. She is so fucking talented.
Everyone's got a beautiful voice.
So fucking amazing. No, but you in particular, like I show you to my friends, okay? Like people who you don't even know. Like I show you to them and I'm like, look at this girl. How fucking talented is she? And they're like, oh my God, she's amazing. Like, when's her next gig? And I'm like, lol, it's COVID. No gigs. but when it is, you bet your ass there's going to be so many people, because you are so fucking gifted. And I just want you to know that you are just everything. You're everything. Everything.
I'm gonna cry. That's fucked up.
No, don't cry. Don't cry because then I'll cry and I don't want to cry.
We're not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry.
Really
Your makeup looks so good. Like your makeup always looks good, but like because we like just went through the whole thing, I'm just noticing it.
Step by step, Yeah. My bra is falling off, but that's fine.
Thank you for supporting me. Like it really does mean so much. I know I post a lot on my Instagram and I'm just kind of like, it's all really scary. It's like releasing Blahdidah stuff, but every fucking week. Like it never stops getting scary. Like putting yourself out there.
Do you know how much I admire you for that? Like the fact that you are willing to open yourself up to people creatively that much on such a frequent basis. Like, I mean, it just blows my fucking mind. Like, you write your own shit. You're not just doing covers. Like, I mean, you do covers, but like, you're also posting stuff that you've done yourself. And you're being like, hey guys, this is me. This is who I am. Do you like this? And people are like, yes, I fucking love this. Like, you're amazing. Like, that, it just, I don't know. Like, you're a fucking icon in my mind. Like, you're the real MP. Don't cry. Stop it.
I don't know what to say. The brain's a Scorpio. I don't have a lot. Like, I have some people, some seriously amazing people in my corner, but I don't have a lot of friends that just, like, are fucking like that, And, it's fucking scary, and a lot of the time it's really fucking lonely.
But it shouldn't be. Because everything that you are putting out for so many people. And I obviously with the size, blah, 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 blah. The society that we live in, because it's so like inclusive, but also impersonal at the same time, it would feel like that. But I just want you to know that the whole 4 people who have seen this video and me, that's a whole of 5 people.
I love you all.
We genuinely fucking love you so much. And everything that you do and you put out is just so fucking real. And I know that you're, maybe the other 4 or whatever people who watch this video don't know your music as well as I do, but I know that everything that you produce is coming from you. It's songwriting. It's not just oh, this sounds good, I'm going to write this down. You are writing about real experiences, real emotions that you've had. And that in itself is just I wish I could be that real. I really do. But not yet. Maybe eventually.
Yes.
Maybe I'll write songs for you.
You write songs. This bitch writes songs. Don't stop pretend like you don't write shit, because you definitely do. You write shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Just wait. Just wait till the Danzy Luna collab. It's just gonna drop it out of nowhere.
There are so many songs that I've listened to that I've been oh, I want to sing this with Dan, but I'm just no.
Would you be open to doing that though? Would you be open to chucking a cover up somewhere? You are. You're so open to it. You love it. You love it. We'll work on it. We'll make sure you're comfortable with it.
Maybe.
Definitely doing it. The fact that we've even mentioned it, they're going to be wanting it.
No. Okay. So, real talk. You are just, in my mind, you're on a whole other level.
Not though.
To me. No, but you are. You're up, I can't even get my hand in the frame. That's how high you are. And then I'm just just in the frame. See how sad this hand is right now? That's why That's how I feel in comparison to you. Like, genuinely speaking though, like when I was getting like lessons from you, I fucking enjoyed. Like, it was so good. Like, so amazing. Like, I loved singing with you. I loved it so much.
I want to
but,
sing
like,
with you. Go on.
I'm too drunk. But I just genuinely feel like, I don't know, like there's just, you're fucking Rihanna and I'm like not Rihanna at all. That's like what it feels like. You're everything, and I am just like this tiny little thing that may or may not be, but probably won't be. And like I've accepted that.
No,
I'm okay with that.
I'm not okay with it. See, this is how I see it. I feel like let's compare me to Rihanna. Fucking why not? I fucking love Rihanna. Whatever. I wanna be Rihanna. Don't we all want to be Rihanna? I love that you like reshared on your story the same post that I shared, and I didn't even I think for a millisecond I got mad, and I was like, no. I'm mad that everyone else in the world who saw this story post didn't also share the same picture of Rihanna being fucking amazing. That's what I got mad at.
But legit, just a side note for like a millisecond, I want that set that she was wearing in that photo. I fucking want that set so bad. So when my tax return comes in, you best bet that that's what this bitch will be buying with her tax and then putting the rest away for savings. But just that one set, that one. Oh my God. And also maybe getting my regrowth done, because also if you've been watching this from the start, look at the like evolution
the beauty
of my roots.
Look at the beauty, look at the flawlessness. Yes. So I see myself as Rihanna. I see you as different but equally as talented and wonderful and magical in your own way. See, no, I don't want you to take offense to this, because I think that this person is a really really talented singer, especially lately. Miley Cyrus?
I love Miley Cyrus.
Okay, I see you as a Miley. I think if I'm going to be fucking Rihanna, I think you're fucking Miley. And I feel like if they did the right fucking song together, it would fucking kill it.
If they did a song together, I would literally come. Like, I would literally
like Niagara Falls. Like Niagara Falls. We had a conversation beforehand. You missed it. It's cool. Yes.
I hate you so much.
I love you. My heart is exploding in love for you right now. And I don't even care that you hate me.
But also, as much as I love Miley, and I genuinely do love Miley, she's not a queen like Rihanna, but I feel like I potentially maybe love Noah Cyrus more.
Well, I was about to say, we've had a lot of conversations about Noah Cyrus lately, and I was going to say, as soon as I said Miley, I was like, but do I mean Noah?
I do love Noah Cyrus.
And I think,
have you heard her song that she released not too long ago? There was like something about So High I Saw Jesus, I think, something like that. Like,
no, I have to listen to more Noah. Clearly,
do you want to do a live react right now?
No, but the thing is, if we do a live react, I'm think our shit might be taken down.
Oh, true, because like copyright and all that shit. Yeah. But you should listen to that song, because I mean, something about Jesus and high. That's all I remember at this point in time. But I love Noah Cyrus. Mad at You speaks to me on a spiritual level. Dan knows this. It kind of just like puts the cherry on top of a lot of fucking everything. And then what's the other one that I was really obsessed
What
with?
is the other one? Oh, there was another one like that.
July.
I've done so many lessons on July. Holy shit, July. I never get sick of it. I've done so many lessons on it. I don't give a fuck. I'll do a million more lessons on it. Like
how could you get sick of that song? How? Tell me one reason how you could get sick of that song, because I can't think of one. Not one single thing.
I love it. So good.
She's just, I don't know. I feel like everyone says, oh, Noah and Miley sound exactly the same. And like, they're definitely similar, 100%. But the way in which Noah sings and the way in which Miley sings, again, I'm not a musician by any stretch of the imagination. But the way in which they sing and their words, their lyrics, the emotion that they convey from those lyrics comes across is so different.
Yes.
So different. And that's something that a lot of people don't pick up on. They just like hear sound, but emotion from the sound, for me anyway, is important. And that's why I think that I can appreciate a lot of different types of music instead of just being like, oh, I like pop music. Like I like pop music, but I also like fucking doom metal music. You try listen to that without understanding what music means, like anyway, that makes me sound really obnoxious. I'm not trying to sound obnoxious,
not at all. The thing is, like, because I've got two sisters, both of who sing really, really well. I think I'm the one at this point in time that have pursued it the most, so I'm probably the best right now, but my younger sister's 16. We'll see what she comes out with when she's my age. But so from a biological standpoint, our voices sound similar because the makeup is the same. However, we have different influences, but on top of that, we have different life experiences. Mm-hmm. So what we write is going to be completely fucking different. Exactly. And that's I think what you're talking about is that like the writing is different, the lyrics are different, the melody is different, the genre is different. And that's the thing that you're hearing in terms of the difference. And I think that that's just actually paying respect to the Cyrus sisters, and that you can hear the difference between them. And I would love if someone could hear the difference between me and my sister's voices, because I know that they're going to sound similar in a lot of different ways. We can't help that. I'm not ashamed of that. It's the differences between us that make us, you know?
Exactly.
And I think that Noah Cyrus has got so much going on. That's not to invalidate anything that Miley's got going on. I've been listening to a lot of her stuff lately. Like, it's got its own
She's
thing.
Actually started doing a podcast as well. Did you know?
Right Minds? Happy Minds? It's something along the lines of that. I've been watching some of it, and it's awesome. I learned about ants, automatic negative thoughts, ANT. Yeah, so it's like those instant thoughts they call ants, which are automatic negative thoughts that are just like things that you kind of have to like combat, you know?
True.
Yeah, get into her podcasts on her Instagram. I think that they're kind of like lo-fi.
We'll link that down below too, but you know.
Luna can link it. I'll upload the vids and you can go and update the description.
That's fine. You know what? Because Dan is editing all of these, I will fucking be all over that description. You want fucking links? You tell me the links, I'll put them below. I will be all over that because you know what? I can do that. That is about the extent of technology that I can do.
All right. This is what's up right now. Fine. It is 11:20. So we've been out there since about 8, 9, 10, 11. That's about 3 hours, boo. What, Luna K? Okay. I think we might be done for this app. What do you think?
So I was trying to like slightly change the angle of my phone, and then I forgot that I was like projecting, well, not projecting, but like balancing my phone on like 2 books and like a really fucking weirdly placed tripod. But you know what? Maybe they're done with us right now because we have been talking shit for a really long time. And that's cool. You know, if you don't want to deal with us, that's fine. But
it depends on you,
can,
babe. I can keep going if you want to. Like, it's up to you. It's like I either pee and come back and we talk about some interesting shit, or we finish up and we leave it for next time. It's all up to you. I'm good either way.
I feel like for them,
okay,
so all like 4 of them, for the 4 people who are still watching this, we love you. We love you so. Why are we saying the same thing at the same time?
Because we feel it. We are. We feel it.
But I feel like we should cut this one as of right now. And then, you know what? Because we love you, we're going to be back on... Dan, do you have any plans on Sunday night?
I have no plans Sunday night. Let's make plans Sunday night.
We're going to film another episode in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. And we'll upload like 2 fucking episodes in 1 week and then we'll go from there. And if you're still watching and you're still enjoying it, then kudos to you. If you hate it, then you should still give us a thumbs up anyway. Because...
or a thumbs down. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. No. Like, let us know what you think. Nah, it's controversy. It's fucking controversy. You know?
Don't give us a thumbs down. Just comment below what we need to work on, because I'm all about that improvement. Whereas Dan just like, yeah, yes or no. And I'm like, yeah, but we can work towards positive things if we get the feedback.
Okay, sure.
Look how uncomfortable she is with that idea.
I'm so uncomfortable. I'm just agreeing to make you happy.
That idea.
It's fine.
She does not like that. She's just like,
no, it's fine. It's fine.
all right. No, before we go, we're gonna play a quick game. One quick game.
A quick game of what?
Truth. No. Truth, lie. Yep, that's it. You tell me.
Do I need to have a drink for this? Okay. Truth, lie.
I mean, it's the last thing we're going to talk about. So it's up to you if you want to pour a whole new drink. You tell me 2 truths and 1 lie, and I have to guess which one the lie is, and then I'll do the same for you. Go.
You have to go first.
Okay. Fuck, I didn't think of anything.
Yeah, fuck you. I love you.
So...
I'm trying to think of lies that, like, and truths that you don't know about. You know, that's the hard part.
Oh, God. Okay, so...
I'm making some waiting music as we're waiting for Luna to make her mind up about what she's thinking about while she's answering the questions that she wanted to ask me, but I didn't want to answer, so I made her ask the question first. And so now I'm singing some songs about how to make her answer the questions first. No, okay, you're supposed to be thinking. Okay.
No. I got it. So, truth, lie. 2 truths, 1 lie. You have to pick which one it is.
Yes.
So, I have climbed over a 3-meter fence in platform shoes that were this thick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have also to go pee, by the way, as well.
Of course.
Not to do anything illegal, but just to get to like a bathroom that was locked over, which is still kind of illegal. But I mean, you know, it's fine. I just needed to pee. I didn't want to pee in a bush. I wanted to use actual toilet paper. That is one. And then the other one is there was a toy that was purchased for me that made me so uncomfortable that I just couldn't even look at it. And then there was, in my younger years, a night where I made out with a boy so much that my lip grew from being bitten and being made out with consecutively more than what it is already by about like 10 centimeters on both my top and my bottom lip.
I'm sorry, did you just say 10 centimeters? Because that's obviously the lie. 10 centimeters is like that big. It's like that fucking big.
Do you have any
it's like
about
that?
I said
from my chin to my eyebrow.
I said 5 to 10.
5. Okay. I still
and also realized that I have like no comprehension of what math is because I don't math. Math is just not my thing.
I still think that if you were to look at a toy, no part of you would be like, nah, I couldn't take that. Like, it would have to be a fucking toy, you know? I just feel like your game, this goes down. Like, I feel, that's not to say that you're like kinky or whatever. I just think you're brave. I think you're brave. I don't feel like you'd be like, nah, I wouldn't at least try. You know, that's what I think of you. So that's what I think is.
So the toy thing is a lie? And the other thing about like my lip being like fucking chewed off and like climbing over a fence in like stupid shoes is real? Is that right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I do. I'm a Pisces sun. I fucking know shit. Like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah. All right. This is fucking Pisces sun. All right. What's your fucking truth lie for me? I'll probably fucking get it wrong because I'm not a fucking Pisces sun. But anyway, let's continue.
Libra is like the most magical after Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Scorpio, rising Taurus. I am the most magical. That is the story. I'm sorry, all of your sounds just fucking clipped. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Okay, so
I don't.
Truth, lie. Okay. I'm actually like really, really good at like artistic stuff, like visual.
Why did I not have my tripod like this?
I don't know. You should have.
Anyway, keep going.
So like, as much as I don't pay attention to like my makeup and stuff, I feel like I'm really gifted at like visual art and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like
is this number one?
This is number one. I really do. Like, I love painting. Where'd you go? I love painting. I love doing all that kind of stuff. So that's this number one. Number two, if I had to choose type of dance that I'm most into, as much as I love to drop it low and like get down to some Missy Elliott, Lizzo, all that hip hop type stuff, I'm a tapper first and foremost. When I went to Dan Murphy's before, like I was tap dancing through the fucking aisles. Number three, I I can't run like a solid 10K. I wish I could. I used to be able to.
Oh.
But like it's not going so well lately.
What was the first one? Refresh.
I feel like I'm really good at like visual art stuff. Like I'm really into painting and drawing, and I really love doing that kind of stuff. And I feel like I get it a little bit.
God, see, I feel like I'm like almost 99.9% sure that you've mentioned that you did tap to me at some point in your life before. So I feel like that's a truth of some kind. I don't know if now, I don't think you would like go out on the dance floor and like tap, tap, tap away. I feel like you would 100% get down to Lizzo now. But I feel like that's still a truth. And then I remember you also talking about your, like, the amount that you run, but I can't remember if it was 10 or 20K. And I'm, like, really annoyed at myself for not being able to remember which one of the two it was. And so, fuck. I feel like I'm a bad friend by not being able to remember this, because I know that you specifically told me about this before.
That's why I hate a great job. No. Follow your gut. You're doing awesome.
I feel like the first one is a lie.
Yes!
Visual art.
Yes! I'm awful at visual art. I can't do that. Yes! Fucking trash. Are you kidding me? Visual
shit.
Nah, I can't. Have you seen
We
the
need to do
Blahdidah?
a fucking tequila shot right now. That's the kind of reward I need from this.
I love you so
Cheers.
much. Oh, fucking hell. I love you for that. I'm so glad. Because I feel like I came across real convincing. I really fucking sold that I was into that visual shit. I'm so... I'm not. Yeah, and you just, like, you really honed in on, like, the past, like, things that I've told you about. And you were so right.
Absolutely.
I've told you about the tap. I've told you about running. Like, the visual, I'm really proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. That really solidified like how much you listen to me, how much you know me. Like I love that we played this game as like our last little like outro thing, because I love you so much. I'm really glad that we did that.
Okay, so the whole like 4, maybe even like 6 people, maybe I'm stretching it for now, but to watch this, should we do at the end of each episode a truth lie about each other? Should we do that? Do you reckon we should do it? Let us know in the things below. And I love you. Jen, you're my queen. I love you, the people, the whole 4 of you who are fucking watching this. Amazing. You're 10 out of 10 for putting up with this fucking shitty banter for so long. I love you. Dan loves you.
We love you.
Do you have any last words?
That's it. I'm good. We love you. Bye.
Bye.